once that flashbang goes off, he's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K, he's able to pick it up, he's got one more player to get him to his right out in front of sight, and he's somehow
any other strategy right now. Both of these now. Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my god, he does it, the ninja defeat.
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy! Item selection! Zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation! Wow, looking good! Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest, look out, sweats, build mode, lag, noob, squad up! G Fuel Energy! We made this commercial for you gamers!
Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week number 2 of Pro League Season 1. I am Sudden Death, and I am joined by Mr. Manthus here. We are casters for the Americas stream today. How you doing, Manthus?
I'm doing fantastic and ready to get into some of our America's games that are happening soon. Again, we're going to be having 2 best of 2s today. We'll be getting more into that in a little bit. Obviously, we're going to go over some of the tournament information, the prize pools, all that stuff the teams are competing for, so you guys can know what is at stake in these tournaments.
100%. Let's go ahead and dive in here to the participation image and take a look at that, what you need to do to qualify, etc., etc. Manthus will run down that for you here.
Yeah, so you guys can see on screen popping up here how to participate. Again, for our first Pro League, we just had qualifiers, which took place from February 24th until March 2nd. And those qualifiers already finished about 2 weeks ago. And at that point, the top 8 players will move on to participate in the Pro League. Now, you can see at the bottom, for future seasons, it's going to be a participation for the community through Circuit. So if you want to participate in the upcoming next seasons of Pro League, you're going to have to go ahead and compete in Circuit. The top 2 teams in each duo region will go ahead and move in and replace the 7th and 8th place team in Pro League, as well the 3rd place team that finishes the circuit is going to play against the 6th place in a decider match to decide who ends up staying. So if you guys that are watching want to go ahead and compete in Pro League, that is how you do it. You need to place at least top 3 in circuit after the Pro League. And pop it up on screen here now. We're going to go and take a look at the format for the Pro League. You can see the round robin stage. That's what we're in right now. So it's going to be best of 2 matches played weekly for each team. Again, we do have, I believe, a couple games played on stream and off stream as well. But in total, there's going to be 4 matches played each weekend. And then the top 4 at the end of the round robin stage will move on to the playoffs. There's going to be a leaderboard, which I believe we'll be showing that later. But the top 4 teams at the end of the leaderboard are going to move on to the playoffs, and they'll play in some qualifiers and stuff like that within these playoffs to decide who the top 2 is. And then eventually we'll have the grand finals, a best of 5, to determine the champion of this duo region. So again, currently we're in the round robin stage, but there is a playoff later. And we're going to get into the prizes for that in a bit here as well for each of these stages as far as what they're competing for. But first, we're going to have the schedule popping up. So obviously, we have the qualifiers March 4th and 5th. That was previously 2 weeks ago. We're now in the round robin stage. It's going to be going from March 6th all the way up until April 16th, which streams every single weekend. So every weekend, you guys are getting some exciting Critical Ops action. Saturdays are going to be Eurasia streams. Sundays will be the Americas streams. And then eventually, we'll have the playoffs for Eurasia on April 22nd and 23rd. April 22nd and 23rd, and then 29th and 30th for Eurasia and Americas. And now popping up here on screen is the prize pool that these teams are competing for. Again, I know we talked about it a bit earlier. There's a round robin stage and a playoff stage. So the round robin prizes are just based off the number of points each team has at the end of the Pro League. You can see first through 8th place. It's a lot of just in-game rewards of event and premium cases. 40 event and premium for first place, 30 event and premium for second, 25 event and premium for third. 4th through 6th will be getting 15, and 7th and 8th will be getting 10. And then the playoffs are the bigger prizes where the cash starts to come in. And this is after the round robin is done and we determine the top 4 players, or the top 4 teams. And first place will be getting $3,000, an exclusive champion skin, 5,000 credits, 50 premium cases and event cases. Second place will be getting $1,500, 4,000 credits, 30 premium and event cases. Third place will be getting $1,000, 3,000 credits, 20 premium and event cases. And then fourth place will be getting $500, 2,000 credits, 15 premium and event cases. So a lot of prizes that these teams are competing for here today.
A lot of good stuff here on the line. The America's qualified teams popping up on screen right now. You can see them here. The matchups we have today will be Merciless HQ versus Vortex HQ, the headquarters going head-to-head here. And the Dynamic Gaming versus Animosity will be followed up shortly after that.
Yeah, 100%. You can also see the matchups popping up here. So we already had 2 of the matches played off stream. Mayhem 5 versus Unbreakable. Mayhem 5 taking the swift lead 2-0. Flawless and Resurgent Phoenix tying 1-1 in that best of 2. And that's just the matchups that already happened. So again, coming up soon will be Merciless versus Vortex.
Schedule, as you can see popping up here on screen. Let's go ahead and take a look at the matchup here. Vortex HQ versus Merciless HQ as the first match up for today. And of course, this is a best of 2, as previously mentioned. Between both these teams, no team that does lose today will be disqualified. It'll just go on to the leaderboard with where they are placed. Community match voting is also things for those of you joining just for the first time. Mantis, would you like to run down how that works?
Yeah, so the community voting popping up on screen right now. You guys, all of you watching, can go and earn some big prizes, a total of 18,000 credits and 145 premium cases. This is just by all of you watching. You can go and vote for your favorite teams, and if you end up in the top 10 for most number of points, then you can get your hands on some of these rewards. There's more details if you visit the website there, playitonemobileesports.org/app/voting, or if you scan that QR code that's popping up on screen right now. You can go ahead and participate in the community voting, and just by watching the Pro League and being invested and, you know, knowing what all these teams are playing like, you can try and earn some of these rewards. So it's a nice thing for the viewers, so you guys can get your hands on some nice in-game goodies.
100%. Definitely go ahead and go over there and cast your votes for your teams today. Speaking of teams, let's go ahead and take a look at Vortex HQ, their lineup, their stats, and all the goodies underneath the hood here. Mantis, take it away.
Yeah, and Vortex HQ popping up right now. Our first team we're going to be taking a look at. Their tournament history is popping up right now. We can see in Circuit Season 3, they placed second and won $250. Seasons 4 and 5, they placed lower. Season 5, they did place 4th place. And then Embers of Victory Season 1, they placed 4th as well. And in Worlds, they placed 24th. Their total earnings ending up to be $250. We'll also be going to take a look at the lineup here. Again, we did get to see Vortex play on stream last weekend, so we are a bit familiar with them. We have the players like, you know, Thur and Lord, and, you know, just a lot of these players. Again, the ratings from them are pretty solid. I mean, only one player below the 1.0 rating, and they have a decent amount of maps, about 20-ish for most of the players. Again, not the most experienced team we'll probably see play today, but at least they do have a good amount of maps to back them up and a decent win rate as well. And we can see their map stats popping up right now. Just taking a look so far, it looks like they do have an 82% or 63 on Plaza, I'm sorry, and 67 on Grounded, and a 63 on Raid as well. Now, you might want to notice, for Port and Village, they have 0%. That means they've lost every time they've played those maps. And then Canals and Sword, they haven't played them at all, so they're not applicable. But that is how the map stats are looking for Vortex. Now we can go ahead and take a look at their opponents real quick. Merciless HQ. Again, this is a North America team, so we're going to be having a clash of regions here today. Their tournament history, not exactly there. They haven't competed under this name with this roster in any tournaments, but as we do look at the roster, you'll probably see some familiar faces that you do recognize. We can see Scott, Vape, Ottawa, Snoop, Eluce, Clone, a lot of players that are, very well known in NA from some of their previous teams like Xenocide, etc. And again, the maps from these players are much more. We can see Vape with a total of 102 maps played. A little fun fact for all of you watching, Vape was actually the North America MVP from Worlds last year. So he is the North America player who had the best stats in that tournament, and he's going to be playing today, so we should be seeing him. That's the player to look out for, probably someone that will be popping off. And we can also go ahead and see the team's map stats. Again, this is just from Pro League so far. So far, Plaza and Grounded are the only two maps they've played, and they have a 100% win rate. So those are the two maps they played previously, and they won both times. So again, I think Merciless HQ, although they don't exactly have the chemistry together as a team with this roster, they definitely have the better overall stats. And we're going to get more into the player matchups here in just a second.
Speaking of that, pop up on the screen here. Thur and Scott, Merciless HQ here on the right-hand side, Vortex HQ on the left-hand side. 21 maps compared to 75. Again, Mantis has already mentioned, got a little more experience over here on the Merciless HQ side, it seems. Win rate 61% compared to the 66 win rate on the side of Scott right there. Mantis, what do you think here of this matchup between Vape, the MVP from North America, and not?
Again, it just kind of shows, Vape is clearly MVP. It's pretty impressive to have 102 maps, and if my eyes don't deceive me, an 88% winner. I can't tell if that's a 68 or 88.
68, yeah, 68, yeah.
Okay, 68. That makes a bit more sense then, but still. And then the rating is, 1.46. That's a pretty good rating for 102 maps.
Yeah, very solid. Arkeezy and Snoops popping up here on screen, a little similarly matched here in terms of maps played, 18 compared to 15, 55 to 66 win rate, or 60% win rate, 1.2 overall compared to 1.4 overall rating. And for those who are confused about the ratings, that's not a KD, that's taking into account maps played, win rate, and KD. So it's a combination of several different numbers and factors there between both these players.
Yes, 100%. And that, again, more specifically, that maps played. You'll see, for example, here, the maps played 9 versus 63 with Ottawa and Gabs, and their win rates, they're kind of similar, but Ottawa does have a higher rating. Again, this could be because of KD, but also when you have more maps played, your rating is higher, so that way players with only like 3 or 4 maps won't have a super high rating. So that is definitely, if you see someone with a high rating and they have a lot of maps played, that's definitely impressive. We can see Eluce popping up here on screen. Again, a win rate of 78% and a rating of 1.31, 18 maps played in total for him, and he does tend to take the support role. We should be seeing him a good player here.
Lord and Clone popping up on screens. 47 maps compared to 0 maps. We're getting here towards the more bottom of the roster. Overall rating of 1.19 and 1.0 here for Mr. Lord. Has yet to play here for Vortex HQ. So really have no stats on him. Borge and Nay here. Again, similar situation, less experience, a little playtime here for Borge. 17 maps, 58% win ratio, and about a 0.04 or 84 rating there for him. I think we're ready to go ahead and take a look at the map pool here for today. Plaza, Canals, Grounded, Raid, Port, Sort, and Village. So the maps are not included. We're going to go ahead and see what maps these teams decided to pick here. I'm hoping Village. I've been saying Village since the start of Worlds, which we didn't get to see. I'm hoping today we'll finally be blessed with the privilege of casting in Worlds. I've been saying that for the last... How many months is this going on?
I don't know.
6?
Me first. Oh my god, it gets a left swipe right as you bring it up, man.
Unbelievable.
Rest of Village. I'm telling
It's
you,
like my love life.
I still haven't watched the game on Village yet, so it would be interesting if we can finally get it. But Grounded and Port are the two maps of choice. Grounded being Vortex's choice, and Port being Merciless's choice. So this should be quite interesting. as far as the map vetoes. Again, a bit of a cross-region matchup here. So we're going to be playing on different servers. Let's go ahead and see what the community thinks about this best of 2 as far as who's going to be taking the lead. We can see popping up right now on screen Merciless HQ. Oh man, I mean, they're just the favorite team overall. 76% think Merciless will be winning. 23 are choosing Vortex. Only 1% think it's going to end in a tie 1-1. So it'll be interesting if it ends in a tie. That one person that voted for them will actually be correct.
Kind of hoping it ends in a tie now so he gets unbelievable amounts of points returned back to his account. Good luck to you, random or couple random voters. With all that being said, though, I think we're ready to go ahead and head over towards Grounded to check out Merciless HQ and Vortex, see which side they're going to be starting on with the knife. We're currently grounded here on this map. The weather is a little too extreme to be taken off and heading over to any other maps. So we should be off in just a moment to see what these teams are going to start on.
The knife should be taking place, I believe. Yeah. I'm interested to see what side they're gonna take, and also maybe we can go in and get a quick sneak peek as to what server we're playing on, just to see which team gets to play on their own server here. Or maybe we'll get to take a look at that in just a little bit here. Again, Vortex versus Merciless is going to be starting up soon. We're just waiting on the final confirmation. I think one of the players is still AFK. We gotta wait for him to return. And I believe we're getting into it now. Here we go with the knife over towards B mid. And we can see Merciless here. These players, they are notorious for the corner stack. I think they might try and go for it again here.
The Breach Blender. Already starting out strong here. Player dropped. Nay gonna find Gabs. I don't know if it looks like it's a 3v2. And there it is. Merciless will be winning as Ottawa goes ahead and drops down that final player. We'll see which side they decide to start on. This map is notoriously coalition-sided. Wouldn't you say, Manthus?
Yeah, this map is definitely known for being a good coalition-sided map. Again, I'd say it depends on what kind of weapons either team brings out, because if we didn't see it too much last weekend, but if a team can rock the sniper, then they'll be definitely more dominant here. So I think it depends also on what weapon choice you're willing to use for either team.
No, I've seen some incredibly impressive comebacks on the coalition side here on this map, but we'll see if what will happen here today between this matchup between Merciless HQ and Vortex HQ. Looks like we are live and ready to get into map number 1. Coalition will be Merciless, and Vortex will be starting out here on the Breach side. Merciless going to try to put up as many points on the board before we go into the flip. Vortex potentially having a slight advantage because look at that coalition side in that second half, but they are going to have to put up a good fight here on this Breach side to start with. Nay rocking the MR96, missing the first couple shots. He's going to get back up on the horse. Scott and Snoops there grabbing kills respectively, and it's Lou's going to put down Borge, preventing him doing more damage to his team. Actually, take that back. It wasn't Borge. He put down Arxie. Borge is doubling up. Scott has been dropped as a 2 versus 3. Man advantage is in favor of Merciless right now. MR96 is now dropped as a loose finishes off Borge, and Lord is the remaining player left alive here for his team. Luce is going to drop him, and the Coalition will be taking that first point there on the board. The cash advantage now going to Merciless HQ.
Pretty solid start if you're on the side of Merciless. And again, it looks like they're going to be choosing to buy up those M4 assault rifles. Vortex, we see a couple Deagles on hand there, but some of them still rocking with the P250s to save that money. The question is, where are they going to try and get that bomb planted? At least that's what I would do if I was on the eco around here. It looks like they're grouping up over towards A, but not much utility to help them cross. They're just going to have to try and force this one out. Eluse has spotted some of the players. Christ is able to get some nice damage. Arkizi down in the red HP zone. Scott spots a lot of players over towards the wagon, but he can't find anyone. He gets some damage, and Eluse is going to whiff as well. That's 2 weapons dropped now on the side. Snoops is coming in, though, to try and maybe do some cleanup. He's able to drop 2. That's going to be huge. He's able to get the third. Man. Oh, man. Someone needs to stop him. He's almost gets the 4th red HP for that last player, and Ottawa's going to come in with a pick there. Gab's able to recover a weapon, but he's
full house.
Dropped. Man.
Phenomenal.
Still a chaotic round. A lot of weapons dropped, a lot of whiff shots. At least Vortex were able to get the bomb plan. It's going to help them out a little bit coming into this third round here as far as money.
Well, and my phenomenal goes towards Vortex HQ. They're getting 3 of the 5 players down there from Merciless, playing on that eco round with just pistols, being able to eliminate 3 of those players. 3 weapons dropped. That's some extra cast Merciless is going to have to spend, which they really shouldn't have had to do, as well as getting the bomb planted. Vortex had a phenomenal round number 3, ultimately ending in their defeat, but I think we take a look at the cash and the overall damage they did to Merciless. It's a pretty good round. Round number 3 will definitely be interesting here. I'm thinking we'll have a 2-1 scoreline. This finishes up.
I really hope Lord will find some value with that U ratio he bought, because if not, I'll be disappointed. It looks like he doesn't have the helmet, and just went for the armor and the U ratio, just straight up forcing it. The nades are coming out towards Cafe. Does a little damage to Jinx there. Doesn't quite. Actually, his armor is pretty low, down to 53. Oh, and look at that. Snoop's able to get a huge wallbang kill there on one of the players, and he gets some tags as well. Look at that assist from Ottawa as well. That's some huge damage. What a play by Snoop's, showcasing that wallbang for everyone on stream here. And it's already down to a 3 versus 3. All these Vortex players are grouped up over towards B long, maybe ready to go for a B-side commit here. We do see Scott is pushed up on the flank as well, not really making a move quite yet though. And the plays are coming out here over towards side. A lot of utility being dropped. Snoops is gonna have to be the one to contest them first. He's able to drop Gabs, and he's able to spot a second. Jinx gets tagged down very low. Both of these players are considerably low. It should be an easy cleanup round, especially with Scott on the backstab here, and he's able to drop Lord. Now Jinx is the last one alive. He's able to drop a Lucy. He knows the last one is coming in from the behind, but he has to make a move for that bomb, and Scott knows it's down, and Scott is just gonna hold that head glitch and easily clean up the round. Merciless with a nice and clean 3-0 lead, taking us into round number 4.
Yeah, I forgot to knock on wood when I said I was thinking it might be a 2 versus 1 scoreline at the end of round number 3. Here's Snoops. Phenomenal play by him. Almost able to drop this 4th player, but Gabs takes it away from him. Ottawa finishes off with the last 2 kills for the full house there from Merciless HQ in round number 2. Round number 4 now underway. 3 rounds have gone in favor of Merciless HQ. Again, this is typically a very coalition-sided map. Merciless definitely wants to run that score up here on their side. Vortex, really, if you can get 4 rounds, that's a pretty good breach side here on this map, in my opinion. Alous, having pulled out the ratio, is going to go to start it off for us. Gabs getting dropped by it, see if we can find another player. I don't think anybody on their side yet. Nobody does have the ratio. I was Lord last round who had pulled it out there.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Disgusting. Got. Picking up the 2K through the smoke. Gonna grab one more. Lord going down. Going for the quad feed. He's able to pick it up. Double Lord Fard quad. He is ready for his queen so he can truly be king. Merciless HQ now leading by 4.
Wow, what a play. And now we're getting to see Snoop's wallbang kill in action here. Again, look at that. Does some huge damage. Gets the 1 pick and tags up Arkeezy as well. I hope we get to see that take into play more here. But man, what a hold from Scott that previous round. I mean, the 2K through the smoke was just the icing on the cake. I cannot believe that he was able to find that lucky spray. And it's going to be Lord this round to open it up onto Snoops. And it looks like A's side of choice. I think Alous knows he got a direct impact with that frag, but he's going to get dropped as well as his teammate over on A side. Now we have a 2v4 retake on our hands. The bomb should be going down any second now. It looks like Ottawa and A are both been coming in from the coalition spawn for our retake here. And they're able to spot one player aggressively peeking. It's going to be Gabs, and Nate gets dropped. Ottawa does have the scar in hand. What is he going to do here? He's able to spot one. He gets a nice and easy pick onto Gabs. Now he has one player backstabbing. I'm not sure if he's aware of this, but he has to be careful about his tower. I think he might have hurt him. And yeah, he's able to find the pick on the Lord there. Now it's the 1 versus 2. It's looking totally doable by Ottawa here. He spots the player peeking over towards Wagon. The bomb is ticking down though. He's going to have to move quickly if he wants to try and clutch this round up. Oh, he spots the players taking some shots over there. Oh, and Arkeezy is going to get the headshot to clean up the round. A good attempt by Ottawa, but Vortex put up their first round on the game.
As well as picking up a U ratio. There's Scott's phenomenal quad feed coming in. Doubles up through the smoke. Pops out of here. Gets one more. There's Lord going down. Pops around the corner. Low play right there is Jinx and drops him. Solidifying that 4th round there for Merciless HQ. It's now 4-1 as we move into round number 5. Currently, Merciless is leading by 3. Snoops with the scar once again in his hand. Arkeezy having paid the scar from last round. Interesting to see if we can get some Scar v Scar action.
Oh man, hey, interesting decision to go in this corner. When that smoke fades, he's pretty much stuck here. So hopefully he's able to capitalize off this positioning. Oh, and he can't even find the kill. Borgs is going to be the one to open it up onto Nay there with a nice headshot from the AK. Now Ottawa is forced to back up to site. Snoop is still holding down that glass. And Vortex, it looks like they're looking to back out. Maybe go ahead and try and see if they can go for an A mid or A hit. And it might be in favor of them here. Scott is the only one on the A side right now, and it looks like all 5 players are heading over in his direction. He's going to have to be, you know, the best anchor in the world if he wants to try and keep Merciless alive here in this round. He's going to peek out there, just perfect timing. He's able to get 3. Oh my god, what a lineup. Wow, that's a Scar coming into play right there. And Snoops is here, and A-Mate is able to spot the last 2. Ottawa is going to be the one who finds that pick, though. And a loose comes in to clean up the round. Wow. Already some incredible action we're getting in the beginning of this game here.
I mean, we're only in round number 7. Every single round has some incredible highlights. There's Scott popping up here, 75 maps to his name, looking to put a 76, or I guess it would be 76th map here on this matchup between Vortex HQ, trying to increase that win rate just a little bit, 66% win rate. His role is the entry fragger, rocking that Scar just phenomenally well, hitting that kill buffet, grabbing everything he wants before he can get to it. Try to capitalize on that pre-fire. You're not going to find anybody. These players in the breach side are going to be pushing in pretty quickly here. Smoker not going to get a little card down their left-hand side. It's Lord going to be striking first with that KSG going down, trying to go for the other kill, but he's going to back on out. Arkeezy now planting that bomb here. They know that shotgun's out, and they're a little cautious about it. Scott's backing up, trying to stay alive, but Gab's going to find him there through the wall. It's Nay going to put him down on the ground, and it's Gab who's trying to, at least. It's Ottawa actually to pick up Lord, preventing him from doing more damage to his team. A good game weapon, well played there in round number 7 for him. Nay trying to hold strong with that Scar in hand. Now they're going to try to retake this bomb site. 3 players left on the side of Merciless and 3 on the side of Vortex HQ. Make that 2 now as Snoops finds boards. They're pushing in. It looks like this will be a bomb defuse coming in for Merciless HQ. Once Gab's able to clutch this up, he doesn't have the timing. Snoops finds him, and Merciless is able to pull out that round and put it in their favor. Well played to them. It's 6-1. They lead by 5.
Again, such a chaotic round there. Oh, we're about to see Scott's play here. Again, man, the lineup is just so perfect. I mean, what a 3K.
Got everything he wants from the buffet, man.
I tell you what though, I gotta give some credit to Vortex here because at least from their eco runs we've seen so far, they're able to do some huge impact. I mean, they brought Merciless down to only 2 weapons left. Definitely put it into their economy. We can see Scott and Nay have almost no money to work with now. So at least Vortex are good in that aspect. Ottawa's able to get 1 for a refrag there. Gets to make it 3. He's gonna get the 3K spray with the AUG. Looking for the 4th bar. Keezy's gonna trade him out. The bomb has been dropped over towards B mid. Man, these rounds have just been chaotic over and over again. And now we're going to see the repeat from B mid here, but Snoops has already wrapped out and he's ready for it. And Merc now leads 7-1 coming in round number 9.
Coalition side coming in really strong here for Merciless HQ. Again, I think Vortex really only needs 4 points to be competitive moving into the second half. But if they're not able to get that, that is going to be a little difficult. 3 is maybe, but if you're 10-2, it's so incredibly difficult. Oh man, Snoops is lined up phenomenally here. He's going to have to back on out though as he missed those final shots. Throws out some utility and gets the hell out of there. Oh man, Arkeezy just obliterating Snoops right there. Lord finding it loose, and now there's only 3 players alive here on this Merciless side. Nake's in a fantastic spot though with that Scar. He can easily lock that down. Getting across through his corridor. He also has metal detectors. Jinx working through this smoke, about to pop on out. Gabs is the bomb carrier here. Seeming like he's going to be the first to enter here into the B bomb site. Lord finding Nay. That Scar has been deleted. Ottawa's alone here, and he misses most of his shots. Able to land a couple, but not enough. It's up to Scott here, and with only 2,800 in his bank account, do you just opt to save? I think that's what I would do. Bomb hasn't planted. Of course, you got about 30 seconds to work with now. Try to pick up a kill. Besides that, I don't see any point in pushing the bomb site. Do you, Manthus?
Yeah, definitely not. He's gotten the kill. I think at that point, you're just trying to save the weapon. Everyone is on the hut now, though. You can see only 1 player stayed back on the site to try and anchor it. I think they're going to try and sniff him out and not let him save this weapon. Right now, Scott is too focused on the A mid push. He may or may not get pushed from behind. And now we can see the ground assassin popping up as well while we wait. Again, Merciless, they've only played the map once. They've won 100% of the time. Vortex, they played it 9 times with a 67% win rate. So overall, I'd say they're pretty consistent on grounded in the long term. think we should, if possible, be able to go and take a look at the scoreboard real quick after this replay. Again, this is going to be that Ottawa 3K with the AUG. They all just lined up there. Huge play by him before getting traded out at the end. Man, I'm loving these rounds, though, I gotta tell you. And it looks like round number 10 is underway. And again, kind of why I want to look at the scoreboard real quick. So we can see right now, Vortex are not playing on their own server this game. We are on America servers. So our second map is going to be with Merciless rocking the high ping. And oh man, Nay, look at this positioning with the KSG, and they're all here. I want to see him get a kill here, man. Please. They're all lined up.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh my god. He's able to get two. Make it
no.
No way.
That gun is absolutely nasty. 7-2. Vortex HQ trying to make that 7-3 here. They are a man down, and compared to Merciless HQ, 3 compared to 2 right now. 2 SGs, Borge and Jinx are the players alive here. Scott, Eluse, and Snoops are the remaining players here for Merciless HQ competing against Vortex. Scar in the hands of Snoops. I'm anxious to see where he's positioned right now. Jinx does have that Euratio. He is picked up for falling player. I believe that was Ottawa who had pulled it out. Looking now to see if they can find those players as they push down here towards this B side. There's one player over there. Oh my gosh, how did Scott hit that? No way. And the Scar should be able to finish this last player off, which is Borge, without too many difficulties. Snoops comes from behind and drops him. The other Scar player there from Merciless. Man, here this is. Look at the KSG. 1, 2, 3. That gun is unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely. It's the first time we've gotten to see it really pop off like that over on the America side, so I'm glad that we got to see it get a little bit of action. I'll tell you what though, I'm interested that Merciless, a lot of these players are really favorable with the Scars. I know it's kind of a topic of discussion for the other regions, but man, Merciless, I mean, they just constantly use it, but there we go. Eluse just gets overwhelmed there. Gab's able to open up. Oh, Lord picking up a nice headshot on a Snoops as well. That's 2 players down on the side of Merciless, and it looks like they're going to try and fold over towards the A side. Scott is the anchor right now. He's going to get dropped by Borg though with a nice headshot from the SG. The bomb is going down as well. We have a 2v5 on our hands. Nay's going for some chip damage. Not really able to find a kill though, and his teammate is coming in from tower to assist him, but they might just try and save here. I mean, it is a 2 versus 5, and Vortex are already pushing up a little bit. They might be able to capitalize off of an exit frag or 2 if possible. Oh man, Ottawa, he's just locking it down here over towards A-mid, and he's gonna get spotted over by that bush, and he's just gonna get dropped. Man, the damage was there, but the kill was not. And I know you were just mentioning it before, but it's very much looking like Vortex could put a 4th round here. I mean, look at the money on the side of Merciless. They can't even really full buy. At least maybe not the full Scar and armor like they would prefer. Some of these players are rocking for the M4 and the shotgun from Nay as well. So money is definitely not the best in their department.
Yeah, I know coming into this, the community definitely favored Merciless HQ. But so far, Vortex has done a phenomenal job here on this grounded side, especially if they were able to put this last point on the board before we go into the flip. Well, it's 76-23, I think, in favor of a Merciless. Oh man, Snoops here, and Scott with the Scar. This gun is just so deadly. I love that it's been added to the meta. Of course, in Worlds is when it first appeared. Trying to rock these FP6, these players are lower in cash. I had to go for some cheaper weapons. Vortex, I think, would have the advantage. Ottawa coming behind, missing multiple shots, and Jinx is going to put him on the ground. That should not have been the case. The bomb hasn't planted. It might be all Vortex needed here to finish this round off. It's a 2 versus 1 now. Borge is the last alive. It's only about 20 HP, 14 actually now, as we get the proper camera view. And Scott is going to be able to drop him. It's going to be 9-3 going into the flip. Still, I think an impressive showing by Vortex, but just makes it that ever bit more difficult now to go ahead and put that magic 13 point there on the board for them. They definitely need the pistol round coming into this. If they lose this, I think it goes to Merciless HQ. This round here, round number 13, first round, coming into the flip, the pistol match is going to be very telling for how this matchup is going to end.
You know, just looking at the buy from Merciless, I gotta say they're going Frey. I mean, not a single long-range pistol. We can expect the P250s to come into play for the close quarters gunfights here. And yeah, it's looking like maybe an A split is actually what they're going to choose to go for. Borg is going to spot a couple players crossing, maybe call it out for his team. Jinx gets tagged down super low as well, again, because he doesn't have the armor. He just gets breezed down and he's a dead man. Gab's able to get a nice pick over towards A mid though. And it looks like maybe they're going to try and rotate out, go for a different side of choice. I mean, look at everyone on the side of Vortex. They've all over-rotated the A mid pack over there. They're playing together in 3, and they're just going to leave together and now go ahead and set up over on the B side. They are ready for their rotation play. Definitely not too much over-rotating happening. The fact that Vortex stayed around mid was definitely the right play for them to make there. And now Merciless have to try and re-hit the B side here. Some gunfights are taking place. Ottawa gets tagged down a little bit. And it looks like they're trying to cross out over towards the B side. Lord is taking some gunfire of his own.
There's Snoop's going to pick up a kill there on Gabs, evening the body count board here. Only 36 seconds left here on the clock. Merciless HQ, the onus is on them to plant the bomb. Vortex just needs to wait here. They need to make a push. 30 seconds left. Bomb is in the hands of Scott. No Scar to work with this time, just a P250. They're going to push through connectors here, and Jinx is here to find one, tries to go for the 2K, but speaking of the devil, Scott drops him, and he's moving in here towards the bomb site right now. Borg's going to go ahead and try to reposition. Are they going to let them plant the bomb? Might be the strategy here. Let them plant the bomb and then come in. Arkeezy trying to get an easy kill, but Scott's going to drop him. He is definitely low on HP, but Eluse is there, and the bomb doesn't get planted, but they're able to put the point there on the board, and Merciless wins that pistol round. I'm thinking this might be all she wrote here for Vortex HQ. I think they played fairly well on the breach side coming into this, but with that extra point on the board here and the buys coming in from Merciless, it's probably going to be 11-3, and it's going to be very difficult here for Vortex HQ to make a sufficient enough of a comeback to that magic number of 13 before Merciless does. And I am knocking on wood. I'm not trying to jinx them.
Yeah, but then again, losing that pistol round is kind of like, you know, the nail in the coffin. There's not much you can do at that point. It does look like they're choosing to go for A side. And Luce has bought the KSG as well. Maybe he's going to try and showcase it for us here on the entry. He does get Borg down to literally 1 HP. That man is somehow just barely alive. He's just going to keep pushing on through. This man doesn't care. Gab's able to get a huge spam kill through the smoke there. And Eluse getting aggressive. He's able to drop one. But Borg how is he getting knifed right now? What is going on? Lord is the last man alive. He's able to get a headshot onto Snoops there. He's going to get spotted out. Oh, and he has no ammo in the gun. This man is pinned over in the connector, and Ottawa's going to finish him off, man. That could have been a huge kill by him there if the gun had ammo in it. But Merciless, they're able to pick up their own. But again, Vortex, every time, man, they're on an eco round. They leave Merciless with like 2 guns left.
Yeah.
So they definitely know how to play their eco rounds well. I got to give them credit for that. But I'm not sure if they can come back from this one.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on the eco. Like we said, I think they did a really, for this map, starting on the breach side, I think they did a phenomenal job. 9-3, again, I think 8-4 would have been better, especially if they're able to convert that pistol round to their side going into flip. But at this point, 11-3, you do have a little bit better of a buy here. Arkeezy with the Scar, a couple Augs pulled out as well, some M4s. But 11-3, it's just such a difficult comeback. But you do have the coalition side. And if there's any map I was going to place some votes on for a team to make a comeback down by this margin, it would be this map on the coalition side. So Vortex HQ does have that slight advantage in their favor here, but Merciless has, well, true to their name, been merciless so far and really not giving up much ground. Vortex is going to have to play very, very hard here in order to make this comeback a possibility.
Again, this could be hard for them, especially considering they're not playing on their own servers, but at least they could try and put some rounds on the board, because just a note for everyone watching, the round balance is important in this. If there's a tiebreaker on the leaderboard, round balance is what decides it. So, you know, losing 13-3 versus 13-7 could definitely be huge for them here. Borg is going to get the first pick on this B-side execute, and now everyone's making their way, but Snoops with a huge pick on the Lord there. You're just going to get deleted instantly. Borg is able to find a second. This man is still alive, 34 HP to his aim, and it's now down to a 3 versus 3. The smokes are out. The bomb is potentially about to get planted here. It has made its way over towards the site. And now they're going to be going for the safe plant. Gabs is pushing up, though. He's going to try and maybe see if he can take out the planter, but no. Ottawa is there and ready to take him out. Jinx is left in a 1v3. He's able to drop one, but Scott is going to finish him off through the smoke. And we are now down to match point for our first map in this best of 2.
You know, shout out to Scott. I know we don't have a statistic on this, but this guy's getting an unbelievable amount of headshots. like in a good. I mean, I'm not like it's insane. Like he's got to be listening to Boom Headshot here in his headphones. He's just focusing solely on getting headshots. I kind of want to do a headshot montage just from his plays. I mean, it's like almost every single kill has been a headshot coming in from him. Phenomenal crosshair positioning. This man is deadly. Really showing why he is one of the top players here for his team, if not the top.
And I know we kind of brought it up, speaking of the top player, their actual top player, Vape, is not even playing here today, so they are dominating without him in this first map. I don't know if he's going to make an appearance in our second map or not, but so far Merciless seem to be doing just fine without him, and we're already getting an even trade over towards A-Mid to open up this round. Still a little over a minute left on the clock. They're going to leave the bomb behind and try to see if they can pick off a second player. They're peeking together. Lord is going to have to try and find a pick here, but no, they back up after contesting it just a little bit. And it looks like maybe they're going to try and back off, re-hit somewhere else. They do have to keep in mind the time, though. But it looks like maybe they're going to go for an A-hit here. Borg is going to have to be the one to try and contest this, as well as Jinx over towards Wagon. He could find some value, and there we go, the headshot through the smoke. What a pick by him and Borg. I don't think he knows Ottawa's pushed up on him here. And yeah, no, the element of surprise just gets the better of him. Ottawa and Nay are going to find picks respectively. We're down in a 3v2, but man, it's about to be game over for the first map unless Vortex can stay alive in this round. But a huge pick from Lord there onto a loose. But I don't think he's aware there's a player on site with him. And yeah, Ottawa's going to drop him now. Arkeezy is the man, but Ottawa's going to finish it off. And our first map is going to end in favor of Merciless HQ.
13-3. Ouch. Arkeezy finishing 4-13. Nay 5-11. You know, looking at the scoreboard here, more towards the bottom, at least, we're fairly even. I mean, obviously, as you get towards the Scott, there's Scott, 23-6, Ottawa 18-8. Some phenomenal KDs there for those players. But overall, with the ping disadvantage coming into this, I know 13-3 is looking at it is a pretty big loss. But from what I saw, I think the skill gap is not much different between most of these players. It's really going to depend when we come into map number 2, if that holds true. And of course, playing on a server that's a little bit more in favor here of Vortex. Be curious to see. Currently, Merciless leads 1-0 in this best of 2. For those of you just joining for the first time, this is a best of 2, and the team that does win will not be disqualified, but the points will be applied to the leaderboard and will determine who goes into the playoffs here for the Pro League. We'll, of course, talk about that as we come back from our break, go over that a little bit if we do have some time. I am Sudden Death. Manthus sitting here on my right. You got anything else you want to say before we go ahead and dive on into that break?
You know, obviously, GG's to them, but map 2 is still underway, so Vortex have a chance to redeem themselves. I'm excited to see how this can go as we head into our map number 2 here shortly.
We'll see you on the flip side, folks.
Coalition wins. Coalition. Coalition.
That flashbang goes off. He's tagged. Finds the wall bang. Trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more player to get him. It's right up in front of sight. And he's
Oh, you know, any other strategy right now, both of these now. Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! He does it! The ninja defeats.
Hey, don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, flag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Yo, welcome back, everybody. Map number 2 is being prepared as we speak, and while you're waiting, now is the perfect time to head over to gfuel.com and pick up some of that amazing energy. You want to max out all your attributes in one sip, just like the guy did in the commercial? Well, now's a perfect opportunity, and we can save you a little extra change than you normally would be able to by using code esports mobile at checkout. That's right, you heard it here. You can get 30% off anything on gfuel.com by utilizing code esports mobile at checkout. Just toss that flashbang that is the code esports mobile into that little box where you put the code, and it will deduct 30% off your entire cart. You don't have to be good at math because artificial intelligence does it for you. It's going to be doing everything as well as the math for you in the future, and it's already implemented on gfuel.com. They are future thinking when it comes to that, as well as future thinking with their energy. Again, code esports mobile to save 30% off anything on gfuel.com, any product you put in your cart right now. Code esports mobile. You get the G Fuel, you got the energy, and now you need to instill some fear into your opponents. Well, that's where the Pestilence set comes in, folks. That's right, the Pestilence skin set is what you want to do. It is now available starting March the 10th, which has been going on for 9 days, and it is available until March 30th. You can go ahead and take a spin and see if you're fortunate enough to wield the power of Pestilence. I think all the camos are about to pop up here on screen, so take a look at them. There are several different ones you can get there in the lucky spin. The sickness, the plague, the infection, disease, blight, application, scourge, and contagion. I am a sucker for the HK, and I have to say that camo looks absolutely phenomenal. Again, it's lucky spin right now, limited time until March 30th. You still have a few days to take advantage of that. Doing some quick maths here. What is that? 11 more days, 10 and a half more days, maybe 10, depending on where you're located in the world. So take advantage of it while you can. The Pestilence Lucky Spin camo set. Mantis, what do you think? They look phenomenal, don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I really like the melee weapon there, the infection, the little meat cleaver. Damn, that looks so clean, man. Like I want that. I don't know what to say. That would be nice to be flexing around a game as you're slicing people up.
Couldn't agree more. Anyways, folks, welcome back. We are getting map number 2 prepared as we speak. Got most of the players on in there. Just need a little bit more time. I was looking over here at the comment section. Starting here shortly. Merciless did win map number 1. They are currently leading here in this best of 2 series. 76% of the community votes were in favor of Merciless HQ coming into this, so not necessarily, I guess, a huge surprise to the community. I thought Vortex played. I know it's 13-3, which is a huge gap between what you normally would think would be a good matchup, like 13-7, 13-8. That's pretty good, but I think this is a map where you kind of get a little bit of an exception. 13-3 with how Vortex played versus Merciless, I think is really good. Plus, you're coming in, you have that server disadvantage. You do have a higher ping, about 3 times higher than that of your opponents, and you did pretty well. You just weren't able to finish those last remaining players off. It really came down to a 1 versus 1 or a 1 versus 2 over and over and over again.
Yeah, and again, a lot of, like you're saying, a lot of close runs from Vortex. I really liked the effort they were putting into those runs, especially on the ecos. And they weren't playing on their own servers, so they might have an easier time getting some rounds on the second map. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, Merciless, they were getting a lot of huge kill feeds as well. You know, it was kind of like, you know, some rounds were really close as far as Vortex, you know, making it close, and it seemed like the other half of them were just Merciless destroying like just a quick 3k or 4k on the board as they try and get ready for a push. So maybe they need to be a bit more careful with you know, them lining up or giving free and easy kill feeds to Merciless coming into the second map here. But overall, I mean, the performance was not bad from Vortex, and I'm excited to see how this goes for our second map. I believe it's Port, if I'm not wrong, and if I'm not wrong, then I am excited for Port. If I haven't already made it clear enough, my favorite map in the game, and we're going to be seeing it in action here for our second map, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a closer matchup, and I'm knocking on wood. I'm not trying to cast this curse or jinx anybody, but I was really impressed by Vortex HQ overall in this matchup. Again, I know it ended up being 13-3, but it really came down to a lot of close matchups. This is a difficult map for the Breach. It just is. You thought they might have been able to put a couple more points on the board on the Coalition side, but they didn't get off to a great start, and you know, it's frustrating. But I think Vortex HQ is going to have a more impressive showing. I'm not saying they're necessarily going to win, but I would not be surprised if this will be a 13-8 or 13-9 matchup for either of these teams coming into map number 2. I'm definitely excited to see it. Folks, let us know what you think is going to happen down in the comment section down below. The KSG is an interesting weapon. It's something I think if it had been implemented a little bit more on the side of Vortex, might have been better trying to defend that A bomb site. Again, I know it's a little bit expensive, might not have been the best decision to get, but if you had one player who had it on that bomb site on the Coalition side, might have helped just a little bit. I'm saying this now after the fact that it wasn't going through all the players' accounts, seeing exactly the amount of cash they had, but you think one player might have been able to come up with it. Overall, Merciless HQ, I think, had a phenomenal showing, as well as Vortex, but ultimately Merciless just a little bit better, coming out there ahead 13-3. We'll be curious to see what happens in map number 2, as this is the map, I think Manthus would agree with me with the statement I'm going to make, that this is the map that really tests the teams here. Any team that's playing on this matchup, any teams that is, any matchup you're going to have, this is the map that tests it. You got to have great utility utilization, great gun utilization, great map awareness, great team communication, really all the things you need to have a solid team come in here on this map, more so than any map. Of course, it's important on every single map, but this is one of those maps where you need to have every single one of those areas nailed down, because if you don't, if there's a little bit of a raise on one of those corners of those boards, you might get some water in there and sink that ship. What do you think, Manthus? Am I right on that, or am I a little too excited?
I mean, no, you're definitely not wrong. Ford, it's just like there's so many things you got to think about, because especially on the Coalition side, I think that is also a huge factor into how the games end up playing out. Because if you decide to go for the map control, you decide to push mid, then it can really be a game changer. And so ultimately, just how well the teams are playing together and coordinating, if they're ready to flash for each other, if they're ready to peek together, I think that's just the kind of stuff. Again, it really tests the chemistry between a team, not just the gun skill. So I think that's what we're going to see as we head into Port here soon.
That is exactly what we should be seeing. Again, 13-3 for those of you just joining us right now was the last map count here. Merciless HQ was able to win that. I think it was closer than the score suggests, but we're going to see as we move into map number 2 here, which will be on Port and starting here in just a couple of minutes. But let's take a look at the standings. Manthus, what do you make of this? Insurgent Phoenix, formerly known as Evil Vision, which plays second place in Worlds, is currently leading with a round balance of plus 29. 4 points in their favor. What are you thinking here? We're kind of tied between the top 2 here.
Yeah, again, so far, we can just see Resurgent Phoenix and Flawless, 2 South America teams at the top. However, take a look at the matches as well. We do still have the other 4 teams. We need to wait for their standings at the end here. But regardless, we can say if Merciless, whether they tie and get 4 points, they're going to be bumped up to second place. If they win today and they win 2-0, they'll be bumped up to first place. So it's looking like North America could be the one to take number 1 on the leaderboard here. Merciless can go ahead and win the second map here. And again, as well, later today, we're going to be having Dynamic Gaming playing versus Animosity. And again, both of those teams are much lower on the point stand. So again, a win from them, a 2-0 win from either team could really push them up. Because again, a quick reminder, as you can see, the 7th and 8th place teams are going to get knocked out at the end. Again, we do still have a lot more weeks and a lot more time before we finally decide who gets knocked out. But so far, you just don't want to be at the bottom. So it's definitely a bit more comforting if you can make your way up that leaderboard.
Definitely want to be in the green. That's where you always want to be. Don't want to be in the neutral. Don't want to be in the red. You want to be in the green, folks. Everything in life. It's all about green. Having that green in your pocket, having that green in front of you, having that green under your name. The green is important. Anyways, enough talking about green. I think we're almost ready to go ahead and dive on in here to map number 2. The knife round should be underway in just a moment. Shout out to everybody in chat. I see Day hosting, Stefani, and Champion there, along with so many others. Thank you for hanging out with us here today in week number 2, season 1 of the Pro League. Again, map number 2 is just about to start here between Merciless HQ and Vortex HQ. We're just waiting for that final confirmation to go ahead and get on here into the knife round. I'm thinking this is going to be closer. Like I've already said, I've said this a few times. Just based on what I saw on Grounded, might be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time I am wrong. I am knocking on wood, trying to prevent any caster's curse from coming in, but of course, I have no way of fully preventing that. But just based on what I saw on Grounded, I think this is going to be a closer matchup. I'm not saying who's taking the win, who's taking the L, but I think we're going to see something a little closer than 13-3. I think it's going to be 13-8, 13-9. The community definitely thinks Merciless HQ is going to be walking away at this a very commanding, over 3/4 of votes going in favor of Merciless HQ taking the W, 76%. And the one person that voted for the tie, or like the small group of 3 people, I'm not sure the percentage of votes exactly where that is, but the 1% of individuals that voted there for the tie, kind of cheering for you. I want to see that just because you're at the 1%. You're the underdogs. You're like the ultimate underdogs. And I want you to be right for some reason. But most of the community thinks you're going to be wrong and that you're complete idiots. And Merciless HQ will be doubling up at 2-0.
Yeah, again, most people don't really think it's going to be as close, but I think we have a bit more faith in them. Again, the second map is going to be played on the South America servers this time. So Merciless, at least they're going to have a harder time picking up rounds than they were on Grounded when they were the ones on the low ping. So I couldn't agree with you more. I think the second map will be very close.
Again, folks, nobody's getting disqualified today. For those of you that are new here to the overall format, I think we have enough time to go ahead and just quickly change over that. We won't run through the whole thing. Maybe we'll show the image here on screen. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it. I think we have enough time. We're just waiting for final confirmation. Somebody had to take out the trash. Mommy was very, very firm on it. Needed to be taken out right now. The iPhone got taken away. She'll be given back here shortly, and we'll hop into that knife round. But essentially what you have here is 2 versus 2, or 2 maps each week. And what happens is the team that wins, if you win 2, you get 3 points. If you win 1-1, you get 1 point a piece. No peaches. I'm sorry. There's no peaches involved. I'm slurring my words just a little bit. As well as the round count. The round count is very important because if you do have a tie or whatnot, that round count will come into play. Of course, you guys can read through if you want to pause the stream quickly and take a look at that participation there a little bit more in depth. We already ran over to that in the start of it. The format here, the round robin stage, then moving in to the playoffs, which will be happening here shortly. And we'll bring the image up here in just about 30 seconds or so to take a look at the round robin stage, going to the playoffs and the finals. So you can go ahead and drop that into your calendars. That's right. Drop it into your calendars. Get prepared. Drop the YouTube channel link into your calendars, the dates and everything. It's super easy to do. Get yourself scheduled. You know you want to be here to watch this. Don't be relying on the YouTube algorithm because they're not going to notify you. I don't know why. I've asked to be notified. I've rung the notification bell. I have subscribed. You think the YouTube gods would know, but apparently I need to sacrifice a couple of goats and drink some mead in order to get that message to them. So put it into your calendar because the calendar seems to notify you a little bit better. And of course, Twitter is also a great place to follow if you're looking to go ahead and get notified. But there it is, the schedule popping up there on screen. qualifying qualifiers here. Just watching right now, as already finished. The round robin stage ends on April 16th, and then the playoffs for Asia and the Americas start on April 22nd and April 23rd, respectively, ending April 29th and 23rd. All right, folks, we are ready. We're going to go ahead and dive on into that knife round. Now we'll get rid of our semi-attractive faces and come to see what you came to watch. I think I messed up there. You're coming to see what you can't yet. Maybe I'm right. I'm not sure. Anyways, we're on it. Here it is. Knife round is underway right now. Mantis, who do you think's going to win this? I think it was Merciless that won last round. You think they're going to win again?
Yeah, again, it looks like they're going for the famous corner stack. It's pretty hard to beat this, I'm not going to lie. However, I will at least give credit. If you're on the higher ping, it is harder to win. So maybe Merciless will actually end up losing the corner stack just because of the ping difference. But again, it is a pretty effective strat. This one player on the top seems to be quite the distraction. If he can make his way on top of them, that would really confuse everyone here. Oh, and Arkeezy's already going to get dropped. That is not good. Merciless are standing their ground, though. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Oh, it's down to a 1 versus 1, but no. Just barely. Eluse is going to take home the win. And now we're going to go ahead and figure out who starts on what side. Merciless gets to go ahead and choose. It looks like they're going to be starting on the Coalition side. And we should be ready to hop into the second match here in just a moment.
See, this is my favorite map to cast, but I just want to see Village. I just want to see Village. This is definitely my favorite map, but I do just want to see Village. We're underway, folks. Round number 1, Merciless HQ on the Coalition side, Vortex HQ, the headquarters on the side of Breach. We'll see what they decide to do here. Currently, the T's, the Yellows, the Breach are creeping around here towards this B bomb site. Only a couple players really to contend with. Arkeezy about to hit the top of the catwalk here, find a couple players. Actually, yeah, he's going to find a loose. Grabs him with the headshot, and Nay is there trying to go ahead and prevent any more kills from going down. Gabs is going to put down Snoops. Nay finds one, trying to double up. He's actually going to move back up there on top of the catwalk, trying to prevent him from getting shot. He grabs another kill there, 2 for him. Now he's dropped. Arkeezy finds the kill, and Merciless HQ taking the L in round number 1. Vortex is able to get the bomb planted as well as round in their favor, which means they now have the cash advantage, folks. They got the cash to buy the AKs, the Deagles, the armor, the utility that they need in order to put that second point on the board. Merciless is just going to opt to go ahead and stick with what they got. XDs, no armor, and go ahead and save enough cash to go into round number 3 and try to take that point away from them.
And that's going to be the first pistol round Vortex wins in our stream here, so definitely big for them. They could maybe try and turn the momentum in their favor coming in this first round. And look at that Jinx just going for the wallbang spam onto Eluse, who's going to get dropped. Nay is already here with a quick flank, and Borg's able to drop one, but now that is a weapon down, it looks like they're coming back to try and fight for B long control over here. Look at this, Gabs has made his way all the way back, but now he's going to have to go ahead and help out his teammates. Nay has picked up the AK. I don't think he's going to expect a player to be coming from behind him, though, so as long as they just play patiently, Nay should get dropped before doing any more damage with this AK. He is getting backstabbed right now, and he definitely is not aware. Yeah, there we go. Gabs is going to come in and drop him. And now Ottawa is the last one alive. Again, at least 2 rifles have been dropped on the side of Vortex, so a decent eco round for Merciless HQ. Maybe I guess they just don't know Ottawa is here. No way okay, I don't think he has time. Does he have time for this?
No way.
No way he has time. Does he have time? God. Does he have time? Oh my god! No! 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 What? Oh my god!
Maple syrup all over that bomb and defused it. There's no way. The in-game leader, 69 maps to his name.
Wow!
Incredible.
I don't even know what to say,
Mr. Miyagi and everything. He was ready, the ninja. Vortex, how'd you do that?
That is such a bad mistake for Vortex to make here in this round. And now look at this, 5.
You should use a different word. It's a horrible mistake. What? Like that was their round. There's what? Giving Merciless HQ the cash advantage. Look at these scars. It's a full house of scars right now, folks. They got every single angle locked down. ADS with that green dot of death. it's over here for Vortex. It's going to be 2-1. Merciless HQ with the lead unless they pull a rabbit out of their hat. And I don't see any carrots on the map in order to make that happen. Eluse finding Borge, and it's only 2 players now with the AK. Arc Easy trying to make it possible, able to drop 1 player. Jinx finding the second. It's now 3 versus 2, trying to even that body count board, but it's going to be difficult here for Vortex HQ. Oh, Snoop's coming from behind and finding Jinx, and now he's sandwiched in between. There's some roast beef and lettuce coming in. The bomb is trying to be planted. It's front of that mayo on the bread, and he's backing up over here. Actually decided to change his bread choice. Went from the white over to the wheat, and Arkeezy is here, and he's dropped. He said, we're out of wheat. We're sticking with white, and Merciless HQ defuses the bomb, and it's now them leading. Unbelievable.
Been diffused.
Oh man, we get to watch this again in action. Dude, I couldn't tell if it was like about to be diffused or not. Like I thought he ran out of time. Like he timed it just perfectly. Like everyone had left. And it's just amazing that no one cleared the maze the entire time. I mean, they cleared everything except the maze. They just let him hide there. I still can't believe that he got away with that. Like that's incredible.
Incredible, phenomenal, fantastic, inconceivable. All of those verbs. Round number 4 underway. Merciless HQ leading 2-0. It's all scars again. This gun is deadly. I love this gun. This gun is so much fun.
Oh yeah, and especially when you're posted up here where Ottawa is, that is my favorite spot to hold the scar myself. He's already able to find a pick there. Snoop's going to be contesting as well over towards A long here. Arkeezy's going to be trying to challenge him. Oh, the flash comes out though, but I think it's going to miss him. Yeah, he team flashed his own team there by accident. But yeah, Ottawa locking down this longer angle. Again, this is where the scar really comes into play here. Oh, Snoop just barely is able to escape death there as that player goes and peeks A long. Currently still unsure where Vortex is going to go and commit here. We do still have a minute on the round. Oh, and Eluse is able to get some damage onto that player there. It looks like maybe B is going to be the side that Vortex chooses to go for. The bomb is making its way over towards B long. 2 players over towards mid as well. They're ready to go for a B split. Gabs is able to make some noise over towards A, so he can at least convince these players it's not time to rotate yet. There's still 3 players on the A side, and A's able to drop 1. But I think now they're convinced the B hit, and A's able to spot another one, and he gets sandwiched by those players over towards B long. Now Ottawa's making his way in. Oh, what a wallbang kill by him. It is now down to a 3 versus 2. And the scars are going to be huge if they're going to keep trying to go for these wallbang shots here. I don't know if they're able to find any more kills, though. Jinx and Borgs are posted up right now. They both still have a decent amount of HP. Snoop is going to spot a player here. He's going to push up, and he's able to drop the kill onto him. Borgs is now the last one alive with an AK only in hand. And he is trapped here over towards those stairs, and he's going to get dropped swiftly by Ottawa. The defuse comes in play now. Merciless take their 3rd round.
Bomb has been defused.
This started out as well. I was thinking it was going to be a Vortex nice 3-0, maybe 4-0. But somehow Merciless has come in, slapped them around a little bit, put them back in their place, and said, no, it's a 3-1 for us. We're leading by 2 as we move into round number 5. We got this in the bag. The cash advantage is in our favor. You guys are having to go on eco coming in round number 5. A couple deagles and a PT P50, excuse me, coming in. With 3 deagles and an AK, a hero rifle, and we're rocking all scars once again. The all scar play here on port is something I have not seen before, but I have to say, I definitely like it.
I mean, it's like the first time, I think, in a while we've seen 5 scars like consistently used by a team. Like usually you'll see like 1 or 2, but you can tell Merciless has been practicing with the scars, and they know it's a dominant weapon for port. I mean, a lot of these long range angles, especially over towards mid, it's just so good to use a weapon like that.
Lord and Arkeezy are there. 3 players of life here on the side of Merciless. Bomb has been planted here by Vortex, trying to take this round. If they're able to take this, this will be incredible. They're on this A site where those deagles can come into play a little bit more. The con of buying all those scars, if you do get dropped somehow, they can be picked up. Now Arkeezy and Lord GP are rocking those. Oh man, Arkeezy strafing out with the hip fire action, and he doubles up on Ottawa. dump some maple syrup on his head. It's 3-2 now. Vortex trying to close that gap.
A huge run by Vortex there. They started off eco, they picked up a couple scars on the A side, and they were able to clean up their round and get the bomb plant. Definitely not around Merciless wanted to lose, and now they're choosing to go for the eco. We see a lot of deagles coming out over on their side, as well as some utility. Maybe we can try and go for a mid push here. Yeah, a lot of nades being dumped over towards the mid area. Oh, and Borg is gonna eat that flash. He gets tagged down as well. But now Merciless have control of mid. If they can try and hold it down, then that would be nice. But no, they're actually gonna back off. They're expecting a B hit here. And now they have to be ready for all the B-long players to be coming in. Nage is going to get dropped immediately by the wallbang from that Scar. Scott is posted up by the smoke. Maybe can see if he can go for a knife, but no, Vortex are going to run away after getting that first pick. Oh, Snoop. This could be huge for you. No, he's going to get spotted out, and now he's forced to run away. Still going to be contesting it, though. But no, he's going to choose to back up after the flash comes out. And just reposition over towards mid. See if he can't find a pick or two. Oh man, this dumpster English could actually be huge for him as well. He's going to spot some players peeking him. But no, he's going to get dropped Arkeezy with a headshot on that Scar. And now it's going to be an A hit, it's looking like, on the side of Vortex. They've all made their way back over towards the middle of the map. But Merciless are ready for an A hit. I mean, Aloof is peeking there, but only one player towards mid. He's going to get dropped, and I think now they just go for the B side. Aloof able to peek out and get one, though, with the deagle, while still a little bit flashed out. And Jinx is still locking down this connector, and Ottawa's about to walk right into him here. And yeah, he's just going to drop him nice and swiftly. Aloof is going to get spotted out. At this point, maybe you try and see if you can find a weapon. If not, you just try and, you know, do some damage before you get dropped. But the bomb has been planted. Aloof making his way over towards A long here. He's making a lot of noise. Surely Jinx can hear him. And yeah, he was posted up and ready for him to peek this side. Vortex have tied it up now, coming around number 7.
Like Jesus in the table. Excuse me, Jesus in the temple, flipping over the money changers tables. Vortex HQ has tied it back up. Round number 7, moving in here. Scars are all we see on the side of Merciless HQ, except for the one player, Scott, who's rocking the AUG. A mixed buy over here. Some Scars and SGs coming in for Vortex HQ. This is for the lead for either of these teams in round number 7. Either Merciless or Vortex. We're going to see. Snoops firing a couple shots, missing all of them. Need some good Martha Stewart cooking to go ahead and bring his thoughts back into control. Jinx, incredible 3K with the SG. He doesn't need the scope. He can fire from the hip all day long, folks. He's got the ability. Is that even a word? Added to the Urban Dictionary. I don't care if it's not. It's now is. Ottawa's there. Nay as well, trying to even the body count board. Actually puts it in their favor. They're now +1. It's all up to Arkeezy with a Scar left in his hand at plenty of time, though. And the bomb is in his hand. He's a player there. He gets tagged just a little bit, but doesn't matter. He can quickly ADS and drop that player like it's hot. Ottawa and Arkeezy. 1 versus 1, folks. 55 seconds on the clock. There is an unbelievable amount of time to work with. If you thought 50 seconds was short, well, you've never played Critical Ops. This can last for a whole 4 minutes. Arkeezy with 70 HP to his name. Ottawa with 87. About 17% difference in favor of these players, but at the end of the day, it's less than a bullet, so it doesn't really matter. Ottawa.
Oh man, no way. Look at this.
No, he missed. How did he miss him there? Arkeezy finds him, tags
God.
him down, now has the HP advantage. I am taking into account of the armor. Those are grenaded in there, trying to weaken him just a little bit, but the position was phenomenal by Ottawa. Oh man, the headshot comes in, but he misses it. Ottawa drops him, and it's Merciless HQ taking the lead as we move into round number 8.
It looks like Vortex are going to go back to their choice of the SG. Again, it's kind of like a completely different battle, you know, when you're going versus the Scars. Because you can see they try to whip out some of their own, but they're just not really that used to it as Merciless are. I mean, clearly these players have practiced with the Scar a lot more. And now the mid duels are starting to take place as Vortex are making their way over towards the middle of the map, but not quite making a move as to where they're going to push just yet. Oh, and there we go, Snoops, able to open us up with a huge pick through the smoke onto boards there. I love the positioning from Nate here over towards B along. Looks like he's ready to strike. And Aloof, he's able to flash out Doesn't spot anyone quite yet, and Ney is slowly making his way on this backstep here. If he plays his cards right, this could be a huge pick or two. And Luce is going to find one before getting triggered out. Now Ney is behind them. If he could just play the trigger discipline here, there we go. He's able to find 2 easy picks. They had no idea he was there. And Lord is the last man alive over towards mid. He does have the bomb in hand, but Ottawa is here contesting him. Oh no, they just barely missed each other. Lord might be able to go for this bomb plan here if he plays his cards right. But no, Ottawa's going to take him down, and Merciless pick up another round, making it 5-3.
Merciless HQ looking very good so far. But look at Arkeezy, 10-4, phenomenal 2.2 KD right now coming in from him. Jinx at 8-5, 7-3 for Ottawa, and 9-7 for Ney. Scott has yet to pick up a kill here. In map number 2, was the best player in map number 1 for Merciless HQ, currently hitting that bottom. He's still in the agency, looking to graduate. There's a loose, tripled up with the SG. You can't let him do that. It's the quad feed. Unbelievable. He's looking for a queen right now, folks. He's about to send an ogre on a quest. Lord Farquaad is out there, and his team takes the lead by 3. Look at him. 78. I almost said 68. 78% win rate there. Plays the role of support. That's right. He'll support you any way you need. You need a bomb planted, he'll support you. You need to defuse the bomb, he'll support you. Luce is there. 6-3 Merciless leads by 3 as we move into round number 10. Vortex needs to do something here. Oh, speaking of something, the AKSG has been pulled out.
Oh man, he's gonna get dropped though. He got lost in that smoke over there, but it looks like the majority of Vortex are making their way up towards B-Long, and B-side is currently open. Ney is making his way back in for the rotation, but they're already pushed up here and ready to take the site, and Ney's forced to back out. He just doesn't have the positioning to try and stop them from taking the site, and now they should have a super easy bomb plan. As soon as Borg's able to get it down, there we go, the bomb plan is taking place. Oh, he's gonna get some damage from that nade. I thought maybe the wallbang would finish him off. There we go, Ottawa was able to get the pick with the SG as he sprays through that wall. And now 2 players have been dropped. Arkeezy able to even it up just a little bit, finding another pick there of his own. But a lot of wallbang gunshots are taking place here over towards the B site, and Arkeezy's gonna get dropped. Now we're down to a 2 versus 4. Both players choosing to position themselves over towards the B long side of things. And Lord is gonna get traded out easily. Jinx still over here towards the stairs. He could try and maybe lock it down. Oh, and he's able to drop Jinx there. He could clutch this up easily down to a 1 versus 1. The tap is going to go out for him, and he's just able to get him off the bomb. And oh my god, what a shot from Jinx. Wow, what a clutch. Oh my gosh. And Vortex, they're able to pull a 4th round. That was huge performance by Jinx there. Oh, and here's that 4K from Merciless. The round was over. I blinked and the round was over, man. I missed it literally. I mean, what a play by him there. Oh, and we see Gabs again rocking the KSG here on this round. I wonder if he's able to do anything. Oh, look at it. He's on site. Do they even know he's here? He's behind them. What is happening right now? He's able to drop 1. Snoops is going to get taken out as well. And now Ottawa's pushed up here over towards A-Long. Might be able to try and contest this player. They're all already folding over onto site. Ottawa, oh no. He's on. Oh no, but Lou's able to save him actually. I didn't even realize that his teammate got the pick there. But man, Gabs is still locking it down with the KSG on site. And Ney is over here in the back. Oh, and Gabs with the KSG, he's made his way all the way around, and he's able to drop 1 now. Luce is trying to play the distance game because he knows he's rocking the shotgun. But man, this dude is just a dead man. Another pick with the KSG. And Ney is now just alone and choosing to save. Don't worry, Vortex, no ninja defuse this time. He's actually saving, I promise. Over towards B-Long.
I don't trust you. I gotta wait to see this bomb go off before I fully believe what you're saying. Especially after that one ninja defuse. Ney's position. Bomb goes off. Oh, Lord, making the ultimate sacrifice. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Merciless HQ is only leading by 1. It looks like Vortex might tie this up as we go into the flip here. Round number 12. This is the final round before we go into the flip, folks. It's either going to be 7-5 or 6-6. And based on the buys coming in here, I absolutely have no idea. Do you see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Mantis? There are 2 SGs, 1 FP6, a Scar, and an M4 here for Merciless. This is going to be crazy.
Well. This is going to be.
I don't think they're ready for this on the side of Vortex.
What is happening right now?
There's no way. Scott's gonna pick it up, double on the out. It was a loose, finding Gabs. It snoops his pocket around the corner, and Martha Stewart is not there to cook him any dinner. A loose tagging up player before he's back on out of there, trying to go for the reload, but he's too low on HP to escape that. A little bit of frag coming in. It's Borge finding him, and he gets dropped by Nay quickly. It's a 1 versus 4 now. Arkeezy's last alive, trying to double up. He's able to do so. Almost able to make it a 3K, but Nay says nah, and the bomb is going to be defused. It's Merciless HQ, the 7-5 score. Moving on into the flip. They will be on the breach side. Vortex HQ will be trailing by 2, but moving in to 5, moving into the coalition side. Totally lost my train of thought there for a second. It happens.
Again, a much better half for Vortex here. They picked up 5 on the breach side, and they're playing on their own server. If they don't pick up this map, at least it's going to be super close. I'm starting to think we were right before when we were talking about, you know, the final standings for the second map here. And it looks like everyone, look at this, not a single pistol has been purchased. 10 sets of armor on our pistol round here, and it looks like, oh man, they're going opposite ways as well. Ottawa is sitting here over towards A-Long. He could have the best flank of his life on these mid players if he plays his cards right. Everyone has pushed up over towards the mid. I mean, wow, look at this. Like, they've all wrapped all the way around towards mid, and now they're already coming in. Snoop tries to go for the bomb plant, but he can't even find it, and now Ottawa slowly going to make his way as everyone starts fighting on site. Nay's able to get a pick of his own. Nay and Scott both in the red HP zone. But Ottawa is coming in for a backstab of his own. He could be able to drop Lord here. Lord is able to get 2, but now Ottawa's coming in from behind. He's probably not going to expect this. And yeah, Ottawa is able to get a nice and clean shot onto that player there. And the headshot on the Borg as well. Now down to a 1 versus 1. It's looking like you could pull this off. Ottawa does have a little bit of armor to help tank for him there at the end. You gotta wonder who's gonna win this 1 versus 1, and Jinx is just gonna peek around at the perfect time with the headshot. Vortex have cleaned up the round nice and easily, and they're looking like they could very well tie this up heading into round 14 here.
I mean, you should be able to tie this up. All in force on your side, good amount of utilities, and of course there's armor and helmet across the board. And you look at Merciless HQ, which looks like they'll be sticking with those PD50s. Moving on in here to round number 14, it should be a Vortex HQ all tied up here without too many difficulties. Of course, I have seen crazier things happen in my short experience here on this earth, but I doubt they'll be able to take this round. Forge comes out, finds 1, tries to double up, is able to do so. I'm going to drop to the ground for Nay, coming in, just can find one more player there. Lord popping on the corner, it's going to be Nay trying to stay alive, but Arkeezy puts on Scott on the ground. And speaking of Nay, well, he's now dropped. Now, Gab says, and he puts him down on the ground. It's a 1 versus 4. The remaining player left alive is Ottawa. He doesn't have the bomb in his hand. There's no way he's going to plant the bomb. Gabs is there, finds the headshot. A little overkill, if I do say so myself, but you got to do what you got to do, and it's tied up. 7-7. Moving into round number 15. Vortex HQ is looking good.
Yeah, again, they're in a very good spot. However, Merciless, they're able to full buy now, and we're already seeing a couple of scars come out on their side, as well as some utility. I'm interested to see where they choose to utilize these scars the most on the breach side. So far, it's looking like they're going to go for some A-long control, but Borden's getting hyper-aggressive. He's already able to drop 2 with nice and clean headshots back-to-back. Jinx finds 1 as well. Arkeezy's coming in here as well. Wow, what a round by Vortex. They get aggressive, and it just works. Snoop is the last one alive, and a 1v4. He's able to drop 1 already and bring it down to a 1 versus 3, but he's getting pushed from every direction, and he already has to reload that scar. It's not the best weapon to be for a clutch situation with only the 20 rounds in the mag, and yeah, there we go. He just gets overwhelmed. Jinx able to take him out.
Vortex HQ coming in swinging. They're not taking the lead. Is this the first time they've had the lead?
I think so.
I think it is, besides the first round, because they got the round as 1-0, and then Merciless came back and was like, whoa, what just happened there? Now Vortex is leading. Let's hope this isn't deja vu, though, because if this is the case, that would mean Merciless is about to win the next few rounds. And that is the case, and that equation comes out equaling, meaning Merciless wins. And that would not be a good equation there for Vortex. Bomb is being planted. I know my math teacher would be disappointed with the quick math I just did there in my head. I got the answer right. Oh my god, what is happening?
Oh, he's getting knifed.
Loose. Able to get the knife. Jinx bubbling up. It's Lord and Arkeezy, and it's a sea of blue. The bomb is being defused, and Vortex is leading by 2. Merciless in a little bit of a whirlpool.
The second he walked in that smoke and burst defuse, I'm like, dude, it's a trap. Don't do it. Like they were all just waiting there. 2 of them with a knife swing to be ready to stop it. At least they were able to secure some nice cash from that knife kill. Extra 1,500 of that bonus money going in the bank real quick for Merciless. And we can already see again the scars and 1 KSG as well from
Snoop's here. Crosby switches Snoops. I want to see him. Where's he at? He's got the KSG in his hand. 12 rounds to rock with of extreme damage with the shotgun. He hasn't pushed in yet. Nays the first to strike, finding Lord. Arkeezy is there, backing up. He's got the scar in his hand. Quick ADS. Couple pre-fired shots. Just saying, I'm here. You push on through. You are going down on the floor. That's right. You will be tasting some concrete. Arkeezy with a quick jump shot, missing all of them. But I think he got enough information to know where his players are at. Throws a frag grenade out there. Does just a smidgen of damage. Oh, that's a bad flash throw.
Oh, 2 in a row.
Oh, he got 2 in a row. Arkeezy has the phenomenal angle. It's like a 3-degree angle in geometry class. Probably 5.
Oh man, look at Snoop here. He snuck in through the smoke. I don't think they know he's here. Oh no, Borgs is gonna hear him making just a little too much noise. If he would have just like walked up there instead of running, man, they would have had no idea he was pushed up there with the KSG, but he was gonna get dropped. Now down to a 4 versus 3. What does Merciless choose to go? They do still have the bomb in hand over towards mid. And Scott is just waiting for a push here. I don't think that Vortex are going to get aggressive here, though. Ottawa is able to push up and get one there. Oh, and Gabs, he pulls out the knife. Just see what is going on right now. Ottawa just knife outruns all the way over there. Scott's able to drop one over towards A side, and now the side is clear. They're able to get that bomb plant. This should be a pretty simple round for Merciless. They have the positioning. Both players coming in for the retake. However, they are currently kind of isolated. Nay is back over towards mid, and both players coming in from spawn. Means it's going to be a 2v1 the whole time. First, Scott's going to have to hold this down, and then it's going to be a bit of a retake for his teammate. The question is, how does Scott deal with this? First, he's able to swing out, but he can't find one. The damage is there, though, but he has given the information to his teammates, so now the defuse is going out, but they've heard him jump up there, and he's just sticking it. He doesn't care, man. Oh, he's able to stop it, but I don't think, you know, there's still time. Vortex are able to clean up their round. Look at that, 10-7. I tell you what, this game is looking like it could go in favor of Vortex, and I'm telling you that the one person that voted for a tie is probably smiling right now, because they're about to get some points, baby.
I'd be incredibly happy. Vortex is sucking Merciless into their vortex. They are just swirling and swirling, and they can't seem to get out. This coalition side coming in phenomenally well for them. They're leading by 3, looking to take that lead up to, what comes after 3? Is it 7? No, I'm sorry, 4. That's right, 4. They're going to take their lead up to 4 here in round number 18. A couple of these players are flash, but it's about to wear off. There's Scott doubled up with a couple of kills, 1 headshot and 1 body shot. Gabs gets dropped, and Arkeezy is trying to stay alive here. Nas on the outside. 3 players alive here on this Vortex HQ side. Can they take control of this situation, or is this going to be a Merciless win in round number 18? Stoops find Arkeezy, and it's going to make it even more difficult for Vortex HQ. Jinx has been dropped. Lord is the last one alive, and he better be a Lord of the Sith if he wants to clutch this one up. The 4 Jedi are alone here on site, and he's come in screaming if he wants this, and hopefully he's got an Anakin in his sleeve on the side of that site. I take it back. It looks like he's not a Lord of the Sith. He's going to go ahead and camp out here like he's hiding from Khaleesi and wait for that dragon to pass on over, and it should be 10-8 here. Vortex still leading by 2.
Nice and easy save for Lord here. I don't think they're actually going to contest him unless he peeks out into his own demise, but I think he's just going to sit here and hold his ground. Oh no, Snoop's is actually able to spot him through a little pixel peek, I believe, and he's able to drop him there, and now it is 10-8. Again, Vortex only need 3. They're so close to tying this up. I don't want to curse it or anything, but man, they could do it, man. They could pull it off.
Just knock on wood. Most of the time, eliminates your caster's curse. Most of the time, there is that small percentage that doesn't. Vortex in a little bit of a difficult spot. 2 players coming out of eco. Arkeezy opting to rock that GSR here. It's not a gun you see very often pulled out anymore here in this meta. Over here on top of a bomb site, his teammate Bort has rocked the Deagle. And Gabs with the KSG. Let's switch over to Gabs and see what he's got. Oh, never mind. Gabs is dead. Wasn't able to rock that KSG to any effect at all. And Snoops doubles up like it's no problem. Woodstock, get on out of there. Speaking of Jinx. Speaking of Jinx, there's Jinx getting 2Ks. Snoops drops him. Woodstock gives him the aerial view, and that bomb is now being planted. It's a 2 versus 3. Man favor is an advantage of Merciless. They're showing no mercy here, trying to tie this back up. It's Borge and Lord. One assault rifle, one pistol. Gonna be difficult.
Oh, and the flash coming over the top for Lord there. That's going to be a nice flash to hit Eluse, but he's not going to push off of it. Looks like he's just trying to go for a save once again. And now he's getting swung from mid, though, not able to even keep the rifle. Snoop is going to drop them. And Merciless actually could tie it up here. Again, Vortex were on an eco there. And it looks like they might have to eco again. Not really doing the best money-wise. They can't even full buy. But it looks like Jinx has said, I'm going to go ahead and buy. Maybe his teammates are going to force up the shotties. There we go. Lord with the FP6. Borg's rocking the Deagle. This is a much needed round for Vortex, but it's going to be hard for them to win it with a couple of eco weapons.
Man, I said it was going to be close. It is definitely very close here in round number 20.
Oh, and look how far they're pushed up already over towards B-Long. Ottawa is able to drop one. Arkeezy gets tagged down pretty low as well. And everyone is just dropping like flies on the side of Vortex. Gabs is still alone here over towards back site. Oh, he's got to spot a player jumping across there. But Snoop is just going to drop him, and now Arkeezy all alone again. I try and save the weapon if I were you. I don't know if Mercers are going to let him, though. They're on the hunt already, trying to find him. The last thing they want is for Arkeezy to live with this scar right now. Yeah, here comes Snoop and Ottawa as well. I think they heard him make some noise. I'm not sure. And yeah, this man is getting surrounded right now. He's able to drop one, but Nay's going to come in for the quick refrag. And it is now all tied up. Again, the money's just not that great on the side of Vortex. We get the scoreboard popping up here as well. Much more evenly spread this time compared to last map on the side of Merciless as well as Vortex.
Did I hear you right? Are we tied?
We are tied up. But man, now Vortex actually have to take an eco. They really needed eco last round, but now they have to. It looks like they've bought a lot of frag grenades here. Maybe they're going to try and see if they can go for some nade spam on the mid players. But it's going to do literally 0 damage to everyone. Kind of a waste of the nades there, I guess you could say. But now they're coming in for the mid swing, able to get some damage, but they're forced to back off. And man, Scott Ottawa just kills all over the board. Lord is coming in for the backstab here, but I think they're prepared for it. And yeah, you can't do much of your Vortex in this situation. Merciless now have secured the lead back. Definitely not a good look for them, but they can definitely full buy and coming into this round. A much needed round for Vortex, so we're going to be at a match point.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be a match point here, I'd say. I mean, even if Merciless loses this, they're going to easily be able to full buy again. We'll be tied up, but Merciless is in a good spot. Vortex, that lack of experience coming in here for their side, showing just a little bit in the last couple of rounds. Full buy of Augs coming in. If you're a Vortex fan or you voted for the tie, you better hold your breath here. This is going to be a very important round. Nay is the first to strike, putting Borge down on the ground as one player down for the side of Vortex. I'm making it an even side as Arkeezy throws that frag in and takes out Nay. He says, nah, you're no longer involved in round number 22. Controls Zed back to spawn. A minute 31 left here on the clock, and these players are backing up. The bomb is just kind of hanging outside of A. It doesn't know if it wants to grab some punch or if it wants to grab some finger foods. We're going to see which way it decides to roll, whether that's A or B side here in just a moment as it's picked back up. Ottawa is rocking that scar in his hand. Throws some more utility out over there back towards the back of B spawn. Doubling up with those backs in my vocabulary. A minute left here now on the clock. It's a 4 versus 4. Bomb has been picked up. It's moving over here towards the side of Punch. A is going to be the bomb side of choice. Loose about to pop through. Trying to find Jinx. He's staying alive. He's somebody will pick for one kill. Trying to go for the 2K. He's able to do some big damage, but he gets dropped. It's Arkeezy coming in clutch as he grabs a 3K, and his team Vortex is able to stay in this, and they have tied it on up.
Phenomenal hold by the A-side duo of Arkeezy and Jinx there. And again, if they can pick up this round, that would be huge, but I'm not sure. The money isn't too great on their side, so it's definitely a much needed round for them. They might have to eco coming into the next one here. All tied up 11-11. After next round, we're going to be at match point for the remainder of this match. So far, it's looking like a lot of mid presence is going to be the strategy for Merciless here. We do have one player, Ottawa, pushed up towards A long, all alone, not really contesting anyone, just kind of holding it down right now. He's not really contesting with anyone just quite yet, though. So far, just a lot of patience on both sides here. Lord getting ready to try and see if he can push up a little bit over towards B long. Oh, and Borg is forced to back off from mid as the flash comes out. Tries to peek with his teammates. But so far, no trades have been taken place with quite yet. There we go. Gabs with the smoke to try and apply some pressure over towards these mid players. At least single off the B side so they can focus on A. I tell you what though, the positioning from Vortex is interesting. Only 2 players on A. Their A long is completely open. They could get backstab from Garage right now, and that is a problem for these A side players. However, it does look like Gabs might choose to make a rotation there. No, he's going to stay towards mid, take some chip damage there. But I tell you what, his support is much needed over towards Garage right now, because it looks like Ottawa and Soups are getting ready to make a move towards the back of site. Morgan's going to get dropped though by the mid swing. 2 players dropped there, and look at that. Now they're able to go for the mid push, but their push up over towards Garage as well. Jinx has to hold for Snoops here. Oh, and are they going to re-hit A? I think they just choose to go for the A site. Jinx able to drop one there. And he's made his way back here over towards Connector. He's able to drop Ottawa. Peaks towards Heaven.
No.
Oh, man. I thought he was about to find the spray there. But it's down to a 2 versus 3. Man, this is a much needed round. Lord does have a flash to help his teammates out. Oh, and Jinx is going to eat that flash. But fortunately, no one is going to swing with him. I don't think he's going to expect to loosen this off angle, though. But no, he drops. Man, Lord, if he can flash in for his teammate here, that would be huge. But no, the timing. Eluse is going to peek right as the flash comes out. And Lord is going to get dropped right after. Merciless have taken us in a match point now with them being in the lead. Oh, and again, here we're about to see Jinx and Arkeezy locking down the A site. Again, Arkeezy with a nice 3k at the end there to clean up the round. Huge performance by him. It might not have been enough, though, to keep Vortex alive in this game, because we are currently at match point.
Match point here for Merciless. Very important for Vortex. They need to clutch this up.
Oh my god, and they're getting aggressive. Like, I love that they don't even care that it's match point. They're playing like it's any round, man. They get so aggressive, and everyone is dead immediately, man. I mean, talk about switching up the momentum.
It caught him off guard. That's what they needed. Scott, the remaining player here with the scar in his hand. He knows where they're going to be pushing. He has the bomb. He's going to be wrapping his way around here towards his B site. Unannounced to him, though, Jinx is going to be there. Slaps him with her beautiful blue hair. And it's 12-12. It's match point here as we move into round number 25. I said it was going to be this close. I didn't think it was going to be this close, though. Folks, we have a match on our hands here. I just went to, like, British accent. I have no idea why I did that. Ottawa pulling out the KSG. No KSGs on the side of Vortex. Eurasia as well. That's an interesting choice coming in from Snoops.
We haven't seen him use it at all this term, I don't believe. But I tell you what, man, it's like literally 12-12. One round will determine whether like 73% of the community was correct or whether that one person is going to go ahead and get that tie correctly. I mean, literally, just one mistake from either team could determine who ends up winning the second map here. We are currently at 12-12, literally the final round of this first matchup. And the question is, who's going to get dropped first?
Minute 17 left here on the clock. Players are just trying to feel each other out now. They're looking for that first pick and where they want to move that bomb. That bomb is favoring that B side just a little bit, but looking at that mini map, there's a few more players over there towards that A side. A minute 3 left here on the clock. The sniper is scoped in. That's the only con I would say about that sniper is, of course, it's going to have to slow that player down who's using that, which is Snoops. He's having to take it slow. Wishes he had that drone of Woodstock to be able to go ahead and peek his position. Flashbang going in. Needs to make sure they don't get flashes. Players are down, but Jinx throws a flash zone, getting them tagged. He pops around the corner, sees some players. He's going to find one. Trying to go. Oh my gosh, a 2K coming in. And it's going to be Vortex HQ taking round number 25. They did it, folks. The tie is coming in. It was 1-1. Map 1 going in favor of Merciless, but map 2 in favor of Vortex. The final flashbang, that one mistake made, and Merciless pays the ultimate price. What an incredible round. Shout out to Jinx right there. 27-16. What a phenomenal KD.
This man was ready to perform. Again, I know the one person who voted for the tie is smiling right now. You are about to get some points and shoot up that leaderboard, get you some of those in-game rewards potentially if you can continue to maintain your lead. But man, good game to both teams. What a close match. I mean, you couldn't have said it better yourself. You said the second map would be close, and it was close, all right. I mean, 13 to 12, you cannot have it any closer, literally. So,
Literally.
obviously, thank you. Oh my god, dude. Like,
Once we go into
teams
decimals.
these teams gave us such a good matchup. I'm so glad that we got to see such a close game and an exciting round for this first matchup here.
Truly phenomenal performance from both of these teams, Vortex HQ and Merciless HQ, going head to head. Merciless taking that first map that was grounded. Like I said, I was watching Vortex on it. It's like, I know it was 13-3, but I don't think it was that different in terms of skill gap. Grounded is just one of those maps, might be the only map where it is just so coalition-sided. Coming into port, though, it was a phenomenal performance from both these teams. Really could have gone either way. Of course, by the score 13-12. Of course, you did have the slight ping advantage going there towards Vortex, but overall phenomenal performance from both of these teams. Merciless HQ and Vortex ending this best of 2 matchup here in week number 2, tied 1-1. Folks, with that being said, we got the standings popping up right now. You can see where your favorite teams are positioned. They've just switched around a little bit of magic going in, a little Avada Kedavra. I'm sorry, that's the wrong spell. What is that? Leviosa moving people around. There was some Avada Kedavra going on, though, there in map number 2. Folks, with all that being said, though, we're going to go ahead and dive on into a quick break time here to give enough time for Dynamic Gaming and Animosity to join the chat, as well as giving us casters enough time to go ahead and refuel our G Fuel shakers. And while you're waiting for the next matchup between these teams, head over to gfuel.com and utilize that code at checkout, Esports Mobile, to get 10% off anything at gfuel.com. Did I say 10%, Manthus? Did I just say 10%?
You did.
What am I talking about? It's 30% off. I'm a fool. It's 3 times 10%. It's 30% off anything at gfuel.com. You didn't hear me wrong. That's any product, folks. That's tubs, that's 3-packs, that's shakers, that's variety packs, that's crystals, anything at gfuel.com. You can grab 30% off by utilizing that code at Esports Mobile at checkout. That code is Esports Mobile at checkout. Slurring my words because I'm so excited, because I'm high on Critical Ops and G Fuel. It's one heck of a combination, folks. No drugs needed. Again, code Esports Mobile at checkout for 30% off anything on gfuel.com. Manthus, got anything else you want to say before we head on into that break time?
Just GG's, obviously. Thank you to the teams for giving us a very entertaining matchup here. A lot of ups and downs. It was a roller coaster, and I'm excited for our second matchup, which will be starting soon. I know we're about to head into this break time, so we can get these times ready to get ready and all that. But yeah, just GG's to them.
GG's indeed. Dynamic versus Animosity coming in here shortly, folks. We'll see you on the flip side. Absolutely insane. Aries there. Only 2 maps his name. 1-1 maps won and a 1.03 overall win ratio, but showing he can still get it done. Doesn't matter what his experience is in overall professional tournaments. This man is here to play. 5-9, Animosity leads by 4 as we move to round number 15. Third, pulling out a sniper rifle, is going to be the first to get a pick here, round number 15. RXC's in an interesting spot, watching that tree elbow. Here's third.
That's the first sniper we've seen in this entire stream, no? Oh my,
Yeah.
what?
Wait,
Okay, hold
just
on.
leave that up?
Nah, we're gonna need to see the replay of that later, dude. Was that a no scope, a blank scope? I don't know what that was, but
Absolutely wrecking Animosity right now. 3 players have been dropped by this man. They're being forced to push on into the bombs and get that bomb planted. If his teammates played this right, they should easily be able to pick those remaining 2 kills. There's Christian Gar actually going to finish off RXC. That sniper rifle is beginning to move up here, try to prevent that bomb from being planted. Actually, I take that back. The bomb is in the hands of Ethan. It's been planted. It's like a little jig there on my my screen. Computer froze for just a second. Oh, babe.
okay, why am I so good? Able to drop 1. We're about to find out if he's good enough to clutch it. Oh, he gets a no-scope tag. What is happening right now? What? Okay, hold on. These guys are some demons with the snipers. I don't know.
Minute 17 left here in the clock. Aries has been dropped. 4v5. Thur's in a great position with this Scar. Can easily lock this bomb site down. Fady about to give away his position. Fires a couple shots. There's Thur popping up, but somehow loses there to Fady. Try to go for the double. Just to have that player down just a little bit.
Oh man, that's some big damage from Bape there onto that B side player. But Gab's getting aggressive on the backstab. He's able to get 3. What a huge play by him. Triple spray down, and Elevate is the last one alive over towards the back of B long. And I think Animosity, honestly, they're having a really good half here. This is exactly what it was actually last time, wasn't it? It was 7-3. We were saying they could either make it 9-3 or 7-5.
Yeah.
It's like the exact same situation here. Thur opens up with a pick here, but yeah, I mean, again, same thing. We could look at any scoreline coming in this half here, but 9-3 would be huge for Animosity. But again, they have to deal with Thur in the back here with this sniper over towards one. Oh my goodness, dude, someone needs to stop this man. How does he just do this? He doesn't care. Just taking random shots through the smoke. Oh no way, he doesn't spot him. Okay, he's gonna take out Fady Poo there.
You know, we still have a Deagle on Kissel, and there's still some possibility here. It's not out of the question yet, but here we go. The Fallen Knight does it again, and then we still have Noxic backing him up. So it's not looking great. It's still back on the side of Elevate, looking like they're going to be able to take this. Now, if they can get 2 kills here, which it looks like they do, make that 3. And now it's changed. It's Melody versus Rev. Rev does not have the bomb. 40 seconds still. It's still possible.
Yeah, they haven't heard each other. That was weird. Like, they exchanged positions here, and I feel like Melody, he might just get caught off guard here.
Oh, no.
Oh, if Rev goes belong. Oh, wait, hold on. He does get the frag. Melody goes down again in a clutch situation. So far, Melody did to them, which is playing with the Scar, or at least that's what Ecstasy is going to do. I mean, fair play. Again, you can use any weapon that you want. You can use the auto sniper if you can make it work, right? But, I mean, so far, Aura are at least making their breach side work, which is really unexpected, but they've gotten 3 in a row here, and again, if they win this round, they might break Elevate's economy, so they're just gonna push in. Now, the smoke is there for Melody, so that might deny the push just a little bit, and Melody is gonna play around smoke. Meanwhile, Ecstasy is gonna find Rev, and Melody does spot a player. Oh, that's great crossfire coming in from Ecstasy and Melody. Fuku does find one. Fuku finds another one. Okay, this is doable now. 2v3 situation. Noxic is pushing in, and Wizex, he has to go big. He has to do what he did on Canals, but is not able to do that, because that's a big task, especially if you're going up against Elevate, and they're using their utilities so well. Look at this smoke. Just that means that, you know, for the next 30 seconds, pretty much, nobody's gonna enter the A site. And I mean, Ecstasy, he knows that. He's just checking out his skin weapon. Checking out his weapon skin, that's the way you say it. And yeah, this is such a nice smoke. Look what that has done. Like, Aura, they have completely, like, stalled their attack here, and they might even re-smoke it. So this is it. This is for all the marbles. This is for everything Aura. They're gonna hit the A bomb side of things. Wizex, he does find Noxic. That's a big player to find and take down. But there's 4 more to be taken down here, and they're holding such nice angles. Fallen Knight with the ratio, deadly once again. And he's looking for third, but Ecstasy double, make that a trip.
I don't want to say demoralizing, but like just really, really weird.
Right, definitely not what you'd expect from Rain, but I mean, again, they are the comeback kings, and what better way to start off the Pro League than lose 0-9 and then just win it out. I saw someone in the chat posting 13-9. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be 13-9, but I definitely think that Rain have a chance to, you know, pull back some rounds here. And I mean, they have planted those Saints. They're working on the retake here, and actually, they might get overwhelmed a little bit, but they're playing it very smartly here. Sector and Valiantly, they do go down. Okay, Wives. The defuse is coming in. Hold on. 3v4? Just ninja defusing it. Oh no. I'm not quite sure what Rain were doing there. I think they were going for like the huge, you know, even though they only had pistols, that was still a very great attempt. And I mean, Rain, they're kind of using the Saint strat here, you know, just pushing up on either bomb site very quickly and then making the other play on the retake. And I mean, at least Saints are able to find one. Still 4 more to be found here. And I mean, with all players grouped up towards the site, they might just get overwhelmed. That's exactly what happens. Airy, he takes down Sector. So now with 3v5, all 3 player positions are known here. So all they have to do is just push up and, you know, just eliminate it. Just watch one angle. And I mean, Fallless, again, he's doing all the heavy lifting here. But Airy, he has found himself in a crazy position. He gets a double. The triple does come in, but is there enough time? So it's gonna be so close, but Saints, they are able to complete the defuse. So they are taking themselves up. I didn't even like think about it. It's the first time we're in our lead.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? But it's weird, but here we are. And they are hopefully going to be able to do it. I mean, they've done full buys for the most part for the side of Saint, so if they're going to do anything, it's going to be here. Hopefully Vinley can do some extra fun with the U ratio. Got a trade out here on Rust Faultless, an officer going down. So it's looking a lot better for Rain. If they can get one more, they'll definitely round it out, making it look a lot better. And that may be here. Vinley, yes, it is. Nice flick to the face. And so I guess it's more of a collarbone. Looks like a face, but wait.
No.
Oh, what?
What a
You know,
slow game.
Yeah, no.
Okay, the flash comes out.
We've seen some teams when they're in this, the second round, they move really fast, just try to get over it quickly. Some like to play. Looks like Unbreakable is going to try to play and go for the kills here. Cool though, going to get a triple kill, trying to go for the quad feed. He's going to be able to drop him down. Did he get the ace? I was about to ask that.
Yeah,
Gets
he
the
got
ace
the first pick.
and goes for the bomb defuse. Starting off to a very strong start here for Resurgent Phoenix, 3-0 currently as we move to round number 4. Unbreakable going for another eco round here. Blame just pulling out a couple of utilities work with a flash and a smoke grenade, and an M196 here for Fraxi. It should be another round going to Resurgent Phoenix unless they're able to pull a rabbit out of their hat here on the side of Unbreakable. Oh my gosh, Heroes doubling up. Kudambu is there with another kill, and Heroes gets the 3K, tries to go for the 4, but it's Fraxi gonna drop him down. Puts that outlaw out of there, and Metal Monster goes ahead and
Heroes is going to get dropped. Metal is positioned in the scope very well, though. He could maybe catch one off guard. He's able to drop one there. Spots a second there, but incomprehensible with the trade. And this could be the first round on the board for Unbreakable. It's looking very doable by them right now. We have a 2v3 retake. Henrico and Fanatico each with a flash in hand. But Fanatico is going to get dropped, and Henrico is left in a 1 versus 3. Going for the A mid flank right now. Oh, and he's going to spot that player. Goes for the pre-fire. Able to drop one. Okay, nice headshot by him. Still completely doable by Henrico. He's, oh my goodness, what is that shot? Okay, hang on. I think Henrico's gonna win this now. He still has some time to work with here. I don't know how he got that pick. And he spots the player.
way.
No way. Henrico, how do you do it?
I'm done.
Oh my god.
I'll catch you guys next week.
Not much you can do if you're fam in that situation. And now it looks like they're regrouping towards A. Heroes is gonna have to be, the best anchor we've seen today if they want to try and win this round. I don't know. I mean, a minute on the clock, maybe they don't actually guarantee the A push here. No, he's going to jump peek there and going to get spotted out. He does. Actually, no, he doesn't have a smoke. His teammate does. So maybe he can try and get some help from him. But no, he's all alone right now. He does have a flash in hand to work with. And they know he's on this right side. They just have to play their cards right here. And it should be an easy round win for them. Oh man, incomprehensible. He has the really good lurk here. Does he clear the door? He doesn't clear the door. And now good. He's able to drop 2. Only one more player left. Picks up the scar. And he's able to get that 3K. Oh my goodness.
Coalition wins. Coalition.
Once that flashbang goes off, he's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K, he's able to pick it up. He's got one more player to get him doing right up in front of sight, and he's oh, he's gone.
Any other strategy right now? Going to defense now. Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my god! He does it! The ninja defuse.
it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, flag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
As I
I
was
think
saying,
yeah.
go ahead, Mantis.
I was just gonna say we had a bit of audio difficulties, but we're back from the little break time. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. We still have another best of two underway very shortly between Dynamic Gaming and Animosity, I believe. So it should be very exciting for all of us coming into this here. Again, we might do a bit of housekeeping while we wait for all these teams to go ahead and get ready to hop into the second matchup here, go for the maps, the stats, all that good stuff. But again, I'm joined by Sudden Death here. What'd you think of that last best of two? And more importantly, are you looking forward to the second one?
Definitely looking forward to the second one, but that final best of two was a little close. I mean, you really can't get much closer than that unless, of course, you go into decimals, but we're not doing that level of math, folks. We're sticking in the second grade. It was 13-12. Vortex HQ taking that W. I don't know for sure. I haven't got the full behind the scenes details, but I have to contribute that to G Fuel. That's right. I'm contributing to that win to G Fuel along with several other factors, but I think G Fuel definitely is the one factor there that prevails. That is the biggest, the all caps, the bold attribute. You can use code esports mobile at checkout right now to save 30% off anything at gfuel.com. You didn't hear me wrong. That's right. That's 30% off anything at gfuel.com. And take a look at the featured collections as well popping up on screen. They're featured, they're collections, they're dope. You want to pick them up and save some change, some extra change on the amazing product that is G Fuel. Folks, let's go ahead and take a look at the matchup here. Dynamic Gaming versus Animosity. I think this will definitely be an interesting one, and I have already made the sacrifices necessary to hopefully see a Village matchup between these teams. I want to see Village as a map. I've been asking for it, but it's been going on for months now, folks. It eventually gets to the point where the odds have to be in my favor. Don't you think, Mantis?
I mean, a village map would be nice. I don't know if we'll be seeing that today. We'll get into the map bans pretty soon here. But before we hop into that, let's go ahead and remind you all about the community voting. Again, all of you watching right now can vote, just like you could be like that one person last game who voted for a tie, the 1%, and got all those credits. You want to get some amazing prizes like him, make sure you go ahead and vote. Again, you visit that website there, play.mobileesports.org/app/voting, or you scan that QR code that is on screen right now. You can go ahead and vote for the teams yourself and get your hands on some of those lovely prizes you see on the top. 18,000 credits and 145 premium cases in total throughout the top 10 of the leaderboard for the voting players. Again, just make sure you go to play.mobileesports.org/app/voting if you want to vote for them, or scan that QR code. And we will go ahead and see the voting for this match in a bit here after we go ahead and take a look at all of the teams.
And speaking of the teams, let's go ahead and dive on into Dynamic Gaming stats, their rosters, their former tournament history, and all the goodies in between. Mantis, take it away.
And again, we do have Dynamic Gaming here, a bit more of an OG team, I guess you could say, as far as the lineup and the players. We can see their tournament standings popping up here. Circuit Season 4 and 5, they placed 4th place. Embers of Victory Season 1 and 2, they placed 4th. And Worlds, they ended up being in 24th place. Their overall cash earnings are $650 for this current roster with Dynamic Gaming. We can go ahead and see the players on this roster as well and get a feeling behind all, what kind of lineup are they rocking for us as we come into this map here. We can see some familiar faces, some new faces. We do have Juice, Pretzels, Eulogy, Afro, all names I recognize. Again, a lot of familiar faces on here. Pretzels, probably one of the most experienced players we'll see in the stream today, besides maybe Vape, but he didn't actually show up. So if Pretzels was played today, he'll probably be the most experienced player to play on screen today with 102 maps and a 63% win rate. Again, I'd say the ratings are probably not the best across the board for dynamic gaming. You typically want to see over 1.0. The win rate isn't the best for some of these players as well. But again, you know, stats aren't everything. Maybe these players have more experience and they can show us today why they're going to prevail. Their map stats popping up on screen here as well. We can see Plaza, Grounded, Raid, Port, Village. Again, not the best for Raid. Port and Village, they are 50-50. Grounded, 63%. Plaza, 43%. Soar and Canals, 0%. Only losses on that map so far. So, again, not the greatest stats for Dynamic Gaming. But let's go and take a look at their opponent's Animosity, because we've seen the stats for Dynamic Gaming. Let's see how their opponents seem to perform in comparison. Now, first of all, let's go and take a look at their tournament standings, and we'll see what tournaments they've competed in for the past. Circuit Season 4, second place with $1,800. Embers of Victory Season 1, they placed in the semifinals. Embers of Victory Season 2, they got second place with $100. And the World Championships from 2022, they were in 16th place. Again, more cash earnings than their opponents with a total of $1,900. And looking at the roster here, we can see some familiar faces from previous tournaments. Christian Gar, Ares, Coldy, MGS, Elevate. Again, the maps, not as much I'd say as Dynamic Gaming. I think they had a little bit more played, but their win rates and their ratings are better. Much more of these players over that 1.0 standard. So I think the stats might favor Animosity a little bit more when it comes to their tournament experience. Let me go and take a look at their map statistics as well and just see how well they've done on certain maps before we go ahead and look at the map vetoes and all that. Now, Plaza and Grounded, super high for them. 76% for each of those. Raid, 40%. Village, 100%. Might have only played it like once or twice, but they still have a good win percentage on Village. Canal, 67%. Raid, 40%. So I'd say overall, and then of course Soar with a 0%, but overall their win-loss ratio statistics are pretty high for all of these maps.
Players pop up here. Eulogy and Coldly, the first players here. Sometimes why? Both those roles unspecified. 20 maps in favor of Eulogy compared to 9. The win rate is fairly phenomenal for Eulogy. 75%. He's won a good 15 maps out of those 20. Just a 44% overall win rate there for Mr. Coldly. Moving over to Pretzels and Mr. Christian Gar. Manthus, what you think here?
Yeah, again, this is the top two players we're going to be seeing. Pretzels with a lot of experience, 102 maps, 63% win rate, and a rating of 1.19 versus Christian Gar. He has slightly less maps, 87%, but he has a higher win rate and rating, 1.42 for the rating. That's much more impressive. Again, Christian Gar and Pretzels, both the most experienced players, are probably going to be seeing here today if they both show up on stream.
Juice and Fady Poo here. Juice for Dynamic Gaming. Fady Poo here for Animosity. More experience within coming over to Dynamic Gaming. 55 maps there. His role is the in-game leader. A win rate of overall 37% with a 0.93 rating. Hopping back over to Fady. 10 maps played. An overall 50% win ratio and a 1.26 rating. Next up for Dynamic Gaming versus Animosity is Afro and Ares. What sticks out to you here, Manthus?
I mean, again, we can see not too many, I guess, statistics from tournaments. Again, these players obviously have been around for a while, but they just haven't played in top tournaments as much. Afro 6 or 15 maps in total with a 40% win rate. Ares has only played 4 maps with a 50%, but he has a high rating, 1.24, and I do believe we actually got to see him play last week, and he had a really good map where he dropped like over 30 kills. So maybe I'm on the lookout for him. Again, his role of entry fragger could come in huge here. MGS and Tomato popping up here. Tomato has 2 maps with a 0% win rate. MGS has 16 with a rating of 37%. Now, a fun fact, if I'm not wrong, I do believe Tomato is one of the only players in this entire tournament who's actually playing on a phone. I might need to get double checked on that. But that's the rumors I've heard. He's playing on a phone versus everyone else on iPad. So it's interesting to see how he's going to compete versus his peers on iPads.
Kid Prism and Elevate popping up here. 2 maps compared to 12. No win ratio. Lost both there for Mr. Kid Prism. 41% there for Elevate. Again, here towards the bottom of the roster. Pretty close ratings, 0.83 compared to 0.97. Aerate and Bape popping up here. Unspecified roles, basically flex. Can do what you need him to do. 9 maps compared to 79 maps, though. A 68% win rate there for Bape, 33% there for Aerate. Players have been introduced. Let's introduce the map pool now. Fingers crossed here for Village. Folks, cross your fingers there in the chat. I want to see Village. It is time. It is time. Like, it's gotta be time. I have been saying Village for months now. This is the map pool, the 7 maps here. Let's go ahead and take a look at who voted for what, who left swiped, who liked what, who super liked what. Let's see here. It's a Tinder of maps. Braid, left swiped. Nope, we don't like Plaza. And first map pick should be coming in here, and it is going to be Grounded. Dynamic Gaming taking it. Animosity? Oh, boy!
Let's go. It's a special occasion. My first time casting Village. I need to write this date down. I can't believe it. We're actually gonna get a Village tournament for an America stream. I don't know the last time this has happened, but oh baby, we're about to get some excitement here. Again, that's gonna be our second map. This will make us hold out a bit longer. But let's go and see what the community thinks for this matchup here. Grounded and Village are the 2 maps. It looks like people think Animosity got this one in the bag. Again, they did have the higher statistics. I don't blame them. Only 5% going for the tie. I think that might be a bit of a common theme as you watch this. Most people want to vote for their favorite team, and then the tie can come in and shock everyone. And if you guess the tie, then you get so many points if you're in the minority. So clearly a lot of people seem to think that this is going to end with a sweep from either team rather than a 1-1 tie at the end of the best of 2.
Odds definitely not in your favor, but the points are there if you do come through. Folks, we are almost ready to go ahead and dive on into the 9th round, waiting for that final confirmation. Did I say to add an N where it should have been an M? Boy, man, it has been a rough day for grammar for me. I do promise I graduated the 6th grade. Dynamic Gaming versus Animosity. They're about to start slashing and swiping those knives here, and we should get rid of our semi-attractive faces and hop on into what you came to see, which is the matchup between Dynamic Gaming and Animosity. We're about ready to go. Let's do this. Soon. We're doing it soon. I was slightly ahead of the jump there. My dreams did come true hosting. I'm so excited. We're going to Village map number 2. Like,
Dude,
we're guaranteed Village, man.
I'm so excited, man. Like, every time we've seen Village, it's like, oh, Village is the 4th or 5th map, and they get swept. Like, it's kind of exciting. I mean, I don't even like. I'm trying to. I'm pulling it from my memory. Like, I gotta make sure I remember all the callouts for this map. Do I even know how to commentate on this map? I've never seen it before.
Callouts?
I gotta go look them up real quick. No, I think I have a decent understanding. Hopefully, everyone here, this should be an experience for all of you who say I hate Village, I don't like playing Village in ranked. You're about to see how the pros play. Maybe you can learn a thing or two from them when we get into the second map here. I'm sure they've done some preparation. Hopefully they don't let us down.
Definitely. I'm excited to see the KSG because the KSG, this will be the first time for me casting Village where the KSG is in pro play. Like, it's been available in game in the past, but it hasn't been in the meta here that you're able to utilize in a stream pro play setting. But you know what is also just added to the pro play arena? Technically doesn't give you any extra attributes, but it does add some fear to your opponents. That's the Pestilence skin set here you can get on the Lucky Spins. That's right, the Pestilence skin set is here. Take advantage of it while you can. It is going to be disappearing from the game on March 30th. That's going to be sooner than you expect. I can't believe we're almost in April. Like, we're 2/3 of the way through March, folks. The Pestilence skin set has been available for over 10 days. Take advantage of it while you can there for your Lucky Spins. You can see all the camos popping up here on screen. You got Sickness for the gloves, Contagion for the HK, Plague for the MR, Infection for the Cleaver, Disease for the Euratio, Blight for the Flashbang, Affliction for the Frag Grenade, and Scourge there for the Smoke. Lots of great stuff. Hit them on the Lucky Spins. In game, the amazing game that is Critical Ops. And speaking of the amazing game that is Critical Ops, let's get to the slashing, let's get to the cleaver, and let's go to the banana cutting, stabbing, butterflying, cutting knife round. We're underway. Juice is going to be player spectating to start off this with. It's the old
man.
Coalition blender setup here in the corner.
I wonder what happens if they both just go for the blender strat. Like, is it just a standoff? Oh, someone takes some early damage there. And man, look at this. They're just posted up and ready.
They're not getting out of there. You can hear it buzz. It just bzzz. They're not letting go. That motor is going to die before those players move. They're moving on in, and there it is. That blender coming in, shredding up all of those fruits. We'll see which side they want to start out on here. Animosity taking that W over Dynamic Gaming. This matchup, folks. The Dynamic Gaming versus Animosity about to start here. Knife round is over, and we're going to see which side they start out here on ground, whether it is Coalition or the Breach side for these teams. And it seems that Dynamic Gaming will be taking that Coalition side to start with, which means Animosity by default will be on the Breach side here. The reset has come in, and we're going to go ahead and dive on into the game right now.
And the question is, what is in store for our pistol round here? It looks like, interestingly enough, no deagles on either side. Only the default pistols and the armor for most players. It looks like Afro took one for the team and dropped a couple frag grenades. Or at least he bought a frag grenade for himself, Pretzels as well, and went for the helmet. So they can maybe get the damage. And look at this, they're all bunched up. The frags could actually come in huge here. If Pretzel just chooses to throw that frag, that's huge damage on all 4 of those players in that corner right there. He's currently jump spotting it. I don't think he's aware that they've already pushed out, though. This might catch him off guard. And his teammate is currently nowhere to be seen. They're just holding the ground. They want him to peek it. Oh, and he's gonna throw the frag. Maybe get some damage. Okay, he's able to do some damage to everyone's armor there. We can see it's almost all completely gone. Afro still has the frag in hand as well. It's unable to get any damage, though, but although Dynamic Gaming lost a player, I think the damage is in their favor. Juice is going to get dropped there. Now the retake comes in from Bap's side, but Bape is already pushed up, and now Prism is alone in a 1 versus 5. I don't think there's much he can do here. He's on the flank, and it looks like Ares is maybe disconnected. This man is kind of just standing still and running. Oh, and Prism, he can't even find the kill there. He's able to get it finally, and now he's backing up. At this point, he can't do much if you're in this situation, except maybe try and go for some kills here. Fade is going to push him. He's able to get another. Hold on. Prism might be able to pull this one off somehow. I don't think he has time, but at least he is getting that money from the picks. MGS finally going to drop him. And Animosity going to pick up our first pistol round of this series.
Again, typically what I look for on grounded from that Breach side is a minimum of 4 rounds. If they can get a minimum of 4 rounds, they're really positioned great going into the flip. And of course, getting that pistol round, it positions you phenomenally well. Dynamic Gaming starting here on the Coalition side does have the advantage here before we go into the flip, but they need to put up an impressive showing. Animosity already getting that pistol round under the belt means they got that extra cash moving in here to round number 2, which means they should, oh my gosh, easily take the lead here, especially as Bape just pops 3 players out of there like it's no problem. Christian Gar with a quick little headshot on Pretzel, dumping some good old cheese onto him, and it's Bape finishing off with the quad feed, sending that Ogre on a quest for round number 3. It's Animosity leading by 2.
We can see the stats popping up here for Bape. This is his first professional match that he's playing, at least when it comes to pro tournaments. He's obviously probably played in other tournaments and scrims before, but when it comes to the big leagues, this is his first time here, and we are ready to see him pop off and get those stats rolling. And it looks like Animosity is going for a B execute here. Dynamic Gaming have bought up some M4s. Prism with the lone AUG. But for the most part, the M4s are going to be the weapon of choice. Tomato is going to spot some players. He's able to drop Bape there. Get some nice damage before getting dropped. And it's still Juice over on the side with the M4. And everyone is wrapping over towards B-Long. The question is, which side is he going to focus on? It looks like his teammate has got the B-Long cross, and he's going to focus over towards B-Mid. Fade is making his way out here. Oh, and Prism is going to run away. And Juice might be in trouble here. He's getting bombarded with the utility. The flashes come out. And Fade is going to drop him there. Prism able to drop one through the smoke, able to get that tag as well on the armor. The plant almost went down there, but they decided to cancel it. Oh no, actually the plant was never going down. Its bomb is still down over towards B-Long, but now they're making their way over towards site. Prism has eaten that flash, and now it's going to be MGS going for that bomb plant.
Bomb has been planted.
tucked safely in the corner. Prism is making his way here. He's playing super aggressively, able to get one. He gets the flick on Aries, but can't find the kill, but the damage is done. Pretzel now in a 1v1. Both players at pretty much the same HP. This is easily doable by him, and I think he's going to go for the wide swing. I'm not sure. We're going to see here in just a second. Pretzel actually chooses to back up here, and Aries going for the jump spot there, and Pretzel's going to spot him, and he's able to get the kill. Aries not able to play his advantage there, and Pretzel is going to help Dynamic Gaming get their first round. Again, like we were saying before, the most experienced player on their side when it comes to stats. He's got the best of them on his entire team.
Looking warm and soft here. Pretzels is. For Dynamic Gaming, moving around number 4, it's 2-1. That's typically, where we see that first point on the board is usually, like 3-0, moving around number 4. That team that won the pistol round, they'll win the next 2. But Dynamic Gaming cutting it a little close here. Moving around number 4, already the point there on their side. Babe has pulled out the Eurasia, which is an interesting decision. Gar having pulled out the Deagle. If Babe had gone for a little bit of a cheaper gun, could have thrown out for Babe, and we could have had a full buy of rifles coming in for Animosity. Interesting decision there by them. Tomato here looking to pop some players. Trying to go for the headshot, but it's Babe who comes up with a headshot on him. It's salsa all over the place. Grab the chips. Should be tasty. 2v1. Excuse me. 1v5 here on the body count board. It's 2v1 on the scoreboard, trying to take it all the way up to 3-1 now for the side of Animosity. Can they get the bomb planted? They'll be absolutely huge if they're able to do that. Afro finds one. Bomb goes down just too late. It's 3-1. Animosity is able to take the lead, but they are not able to get that extra cash from the bomb plant.
And now it looks like Dynamic Gaming chooses to go for the eco. They don't have a lot of cash to work with. And interestingly enough, no Deagles. They're going for the MR96. That is very interesting. Again, I know it's not super uncommon for maps like Grounded and Canals, but it's just so weird to me to see weapons like these. And now they're contesting a mid. Prism able to get 2 huge tags there. That's some nice damage. And armor break as well. The frags are coming out now to go for even more chip damage. Look at that. Aries and Babe have softened up a lot. The armor completely gone off the sniper player there. Christian Guard is going to peek out. I'm telling you, they could easily pick up a kill or 2 if they could just land the body shots on those low players. Afro tries to push through the smoke, but it's not going to work out in his favor. Now Juice gets caught over on A7. Tomato with a 2K from the Rev. That's going to be huge. And now Juice is the last one alive. Getting pushed on the site, though. I think they know he's here. I'm not sure. Yeah, Fade is ready for
You're
him.
right. Springs a leak there. And it's 4-1. Animosity leads by 3.
And they had the option to go for it, but they chose to leave the sniper behind. We could see the grounded stats popping up here. Look at Animosity. They've played it 28 times with a 75% win rate. Dynamic Gaming have played it 15 with a 53%. I mean, I can see why people think Animosity are going to win, at least for this first map. I mean, you're pretty consistent throughout 28 maps.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's 21 maps out of 28 going in your favor. That's incredible. Babe's already striking first here for Animosity, finding an Afro, looking to see if he can pick up that second kill. The bomb is going down. Kid Prism waiting for that flashbang to wear off. Doesn't wear off in time. Aries finds him, double with the tomato, popping them all over the place. And there's only 2 players alive here for Dynamic Gaming. Pretzels tries to find him, but he slips on some cheese. Juice is able to find Aries. He uses Juice a lot of these players, though, if he wants to come out in victory. And the Pulp is in there. There's only 3 players he's got to grab. I don't think he's got enough HP to work with. Christian Gar is low on HP. Oh, how did he survive that? I don't know. Switches to the XD. A quick flip. He's going to move back through metal detectors. Nothing metal on him. They don't go off. And he's going to pop the reload there on his AUG. He finally decides to do so. Comes back. Do you try to hold this or go for the clutch? At this point, with 24 HP, I'd say try to hold the gun going into the next round, especially with the cash situation you have. He's able to do so, and he should be escaping with his life, moving into round number 7 with that AUG. Dynamic Gaming trailing by 4.
Well, when we see the scars coming out, I think the first of this match, Pretzel and Prism respectively, each buying it up, and we gotta see where they're gonna try and put this to value. Animosity looks like they're favoring B presence here. Pretzel could be playing over towards Amen, going for that pre-fire, but no one's contesting it quite yet. Looks like 4 players just playing slow over towards B. We do have 1 player pushed out over towards the wagon, maybe trying to see if he can commit to a fake here. Juice is still posted up over towards B long, and it looks like he's just going to be anchoring over in this corner. Tomato was able to get a huge pick there onto someone. It's going to be Fade dropped. And it looks like Dynamic Gaming did not take the bait and over-rotate towards A. The bomb is down in B mid. Juice going to be going for a flash through the smoke there, but no one is really contesting it quite yet. Again, the bomb is still dropped. Animosity is taking their time, trying to see if they can find a pick. Anyone overextending. Bape patiently waiting over towards A mid as well. I think that A mid lurk could come in huge if Pretzel isn't expecting it. And Pretzel's able to drop Bape. He was waiting for him, and that's going to be another pick going in favor of Dynamic Gaming. This could be their second run on the board here if they play their cards right. Tomato's going to be extending out a bit, and Christian Gar is going to get dropped. Pretzel able to spot one there, get some huge damage. Ares is just barely hanging by a thread. 19 HP to his name. Flash over the top. He's able to secure the bomb. He's going to spot that player, but Juice is going to drop him ultimately. And that's going to be the second round going in favor of Dynamic Gaming.
Animosity still leading by 3 as we move into round number 8. Scar being pulled out by 2 players here on the side of Dynamic Gaming. Going to be rocking those angles closely for Pretzels and Kid Prism. The AUG, M4, and SG being pulled out by the remaining 3 players here on the side of Dynamic Gaming. Juice's first to strike, SG in his hand. Afro over here on top of the A side, defending it alone. There's a player already down here for the side. Make that 2 now on the side of Animosity. 1 down for Dynamic Gaming. Tomato looking around, trying to find some wall bank. He's not coming up with anything. Gonna have to pop the reload. A minute 23 now on the clock. Bomb is just hanging out here towards mid. I'm thinking it's going to begin to move over here towards this A site just based on their positioning. There are only 2 players to contend with over here on the initial push into A. They're thinking about it. Afro is going to be the one here by baggage cart that you're going to have to watch here if you're Fady. He's got the SG. Teammate Christian Gar following up. And the bomb carrier is MGS, who's right behind Fady. Afro's trying to keep his position hidden. Gar, even the body count board up here. It's now 3-3 here. MGS has that frag, as well as Fady Poo. They need to throw those out and try to get those on site. A is the bomb side of choice, definitely. They have committed, and Fady Poo wins a big gunfight versus Afro there. Juice is here. He gets flashed. Where's those frag grenades? Bring those in. They may not need them. Tomato finds 1. Looking to make some soup here. The 2 versus 1. Tomato, the last player after life here, but he's got plenty of HP on his side, but it doesn't matter for Gars. He pops his top, cleans them right out of there. And Animosity puts another point there on the board, taking their lead back up to 4.
Forward popping up here again. Just to clarify, we do have 2 North American teams playing, so no clash of servers when it comes to this best of 2 today. We should just have an even matchup based solely on stats and not on the ping, giving an advantage to either team. So this should be quite interesting. Now, Animosity have an interesting buy. Fady Poo has 3,800 in the bank. Chose not to buy his teammate though. Bape is just gonna stick with the Deagle instead of buying a weapon like the rest of his team. And it looks like they're showing a lot of B presence as well. Tomato is posted up here over towards B-Long. Goes for a quick pre-fire. The frag as well to see if he can find some chip damage, but it's not going to do anything but fade. And he's able to get the headshot through the smoke. That is going to be a huge pick. And Bape runs in, able to get some nice damage onto Juice before he gets dropped. But now Juice is about to get overwhelmed by these flashes, but no. His teammate actually flashes himself there. And Juice able to find 1 before the trade comes in. And now we're down to a 3 versus 3. Pretzel is posted up in this corner. Again, sometimes people don't clear this. You gotta wonder, are they gonna check it now? They've already gotten the pick over towards B-Long, but no, he peeks out. He got us a little too impatient. And now Prism's gonna flash over here to try and counter that flash that comes his way. But the util lump is coming out over towards tower. Oh, and Prism able to get a huge pick on MGS there. Christian Gar finding one of his own as well. And oh, Afro just eats that flash fully, but he's still hanging in there. A 2v1, but no, a huge headshot from Christian Gar on top of that truck. And Animosity 7-2. I mean, I know we've talked about how Grounded is a coalition-sided map, but I gotta say, Animosity, they're doing this good on the breach side. I don't know how this is gonna end up.
Yeah, there's always the outlier. There's always the statistical anomaly, and Animosity is definitely the case here. So far, 7-2, leading by 5 over Dynamic Gaming on the breach side. Phenomenal showing by them so far. Flashbang going off. Kid Prism throwing out another one, trying to tag those players. Afro, double flash. That's unfortunate, but thanks to him, it's not a full tag. He's able to find one, but almost traded out there. There he is, traded out by Aries. It's a double with the SG. Pretzel's there, trying to twist those players up and drop some salt in the wounds. 5 rounds separate these teams. He's trying to stay alive, is able to do so, finding Fady with the headshot, although he was aiming at his belly button. I'm not quite sure he got the headshot, but you know what? I'm not going to throw any more shade. Aries is there. That's 3 players already to his name. He's playing big here for his team Animosity. Messages goes down. Should have been more focused on the game rather than sending those text messages. And Pretzels and Juice getting the kills. They are able to defuse the bomb. They'll put another point there on the board there for their team Dynamic Gaming, and they close that round gap back down to only 4.
A much easier for Dynamic Gaming. They could very well bring this 5-7. That wouldn't be a bad scoreline going into half if they can win the pistol round. A lot of utilities being traded over on the side of them. But again, a lot of M4s being bought by them. Not the strongest weapon. But this buy from Animosity is interesting. The shotgun from Bape, I think he might try and go for the entry picks here. And it's looking like a hard execute on the side of Animosity. Bape is ready with a shotgun. I want to see him get a pick with this, please. Okay, he's going to eat the flash. Maybe getting ready to make a move here. He's pushing in through the smoke. Oh, he walks right past Prism, and he's made his way onto site, and he's going to get dropped. That is just unfortunate for him. And Afro was posted up here, but no, the trades are going to come out. But somehow, it's looking like Animosity could still pull this one off. They've taken site, and it's a full retake now. But the bomb hasn't been planted yet. I wonder what's taking so long for the Christian guard able to drop one there. Fade spots one over towards the connector as well. It's down to a 2 versus 2. But Juice has made his way. Oh, he spots him jumping there. Tries to go for the tap on him. And now he's just holding for the cross. And Juice is able to drop Fade. And it's now down to a 2 versus 1. I don't think Christian guard's winning this one out. He doesn't have the utility. He still has to go for the bomb. Things just aren't exactly in his favor here. And he tries to isolate the good finder Pretzel, but he can't win it out. 75 HP to his name.
Closing that gap here. You might go into the flip down by 2 here for Dynamic Gaming. Now, again, what I was expecting, typically you see it's like a more of a 7-4 in favor of the team that started out on the coalition side, but it's reversed here. But Animosity might be trailing, or might be leading by only 2 coming in to the flip. Preferably by 4 if they're able to take this round to number 12. Either way, though, it's going to be closer than the last matchup we saw on Grounded. Afro able to find one, trying to go for the 2K. It's Kid Prism finding Vape. Afro picks up the 2K. There's Kid Prism as well. It's the full house coming in, and Dynamic Gaming is able to do it, folks. They cut that lead to only 2 that Animosity has as we go into the flip. Animosity now on the coalition side. Team Dynamic Gaming on the breach.
The utility choice is interesting for them. It looks like they're gonna run towards A potentially, buying 2 smokes. Again, not really the range isn't really being played on the side of Animosity, so maybe the smokes weren't as needed. And Aries is making his way onto site here. And he's gonna swing out. This man is fearless. He doesn't care. He takes some damage there, and he's gonna get dropped immediately. Maybe not the best choice to just swing wagon there. Into the stack of 5 players. And now the bomb's going down for the Dynamic Game. If they could pick up this pistol round and the next, it'll easily be a tie.
Yeah, if they get this, it is easily going to be 7-7. This will be a huge round if Animosity is able to take it, as they will be able to take that lead back up to 4, potentially 5. Oh boy. And there it is. Dynamic Gaming is able to grab the W here on the breach side, and they should easily be able to tie it up now that they have the cash advantage. And we are underway. Minute 40 left here on the clock. We're just starting. Animosity on the coalition side having lost that last round, having to take the eco, except for Bape, who's pulled out the hero shotgun, deciding to be a little special. He doesn't just want the XD to his name. Wants to get a little extra action here. All AK-47s coming in from Dynamic Gaming. We'll see what they're able to do here in round number 14.
Bape has the wrapped all the way around, though. I tell you what, this is like the most OG spot. But I tell you what, this corner's kind of been nerfed now because there's a little gap in that doorway there. You can actually clear it. So it's really hard to play this spot with a shotgun. Maybe if you can catch someone off guard here, you can get the pick. But looks like Dynamic Gaming for the most part have rotated. Maybe Tomato will try and push up and make some noise here to fake it out and give Bape a gun. But it looks like he's going to back off after firing some warning shots. MGS is going to get spotted from under the wagon by Juice. That's a huge pick. Personal as well. What is happening? Tomato almost got the knife. He got caught with his knife out. But Fade was able to pick up the kill with the XD. And now it's going to be the A-side retake for Animosity. Bomb plant is going down, almost no utility on either side.
Bomb has Flint, Fitty Poo finding Kid Prism. It's a 3 versus 3. AK's in hand, and Juice is going to lose that to Christian Gar. The shotgun is going to come in clutch here, potentially. Comes around the corner, finds Pretzels, lands a headshot, backs on out. Afro doesn't go for the pre-fire, but he finds Fandy Poo. Babe going back in with 4 HP. It's Christian Gar and them baiting, and they're able to do it, folks. Animosity prevents the tie from happening, defuses the bomb, and grabs the upset round there over Dynamic Gaming, and they retake their lead back up to 2, and now they have the significant cash advantage moving into round number 15, and it looks like it might just be 9-6 here once round 15 concludes.
Well, that was definitely a round that should have gone in Dynamic Gaming's favor. First of all, Juice pushing up a bit too much. He lost that duel to Chris with only the XD45. That's something you can't do. And then I gotta give it to Animosity. They played that so well. They jiggled off each other and just overwhelmed the players on site. The teamwork was incredible there. And now we have the B execute. Christian Guard is gonna spot some players crossing over towards B long. Oh, and he pulls the knife out right as that second player peeks. He's able to get the damage onto him. Juice gets some tags as well before getting dropped. Oh, but the pistol kills are coming out. Tomato and Pretzel respectively finding one each. I'm not sure the rifles have been dropped in reach of these players though. And Pretzels get some nice damage, but not before Christian Guard cleans it up with a double kill. Animosity, like you said, take it 9-6 now, but Dynamic Gaming should be able to buy coming in this round.
Yeah, 20k in their account. They should have enough to go for decent buys. Some of these players might have to rock some pistols, though. We'll see. Kid Prism, I'm thinking, is going to stick with that MR96 as well as Juice here. So basically, you have a split buy coming in, 3 AKs, 2 MR96s, and some mixed utility for Dynamic Gaming. They're going to try to do their best, but Animosity definitely, I would say, have the odds favoring them as they have a full AUG setup, except for Fady, who's rocking that M4. Speaking of the devil, he picks up the kill there on Juice. Christian Guard finds one trying to go for the 3K, but Afro is going to go ahead and buzz him there. Tomato finding Fady Poo, eating in the body count board. It's now a 3 versus 3 here, and the bomb is hanging over there B long, moving out of concessions. It's looking like it might make the rotation over here towards this A site. It was player number 8 there, Afro, making a bunch of noise, trying to make him think they might be pushing still towards that B side, and they're moving over here towards A quickly now. Minute on the clock. Aries has a crucial spot here. He knows where they're at. He gives a valuable call and information. Oh, wait. He gets the 3K. He lines up perfectly, lands 2 players, and finishes off Afro there with the headshot. It's 10-6. Animosity has crossed that double point mark. Incredible. Aries, only 4 maps to his name. A new player here for Animosity with an overall win rate of 50% and rating of 1.24. He is the entry fragger for his role. Phenomenal showing in round number 16. As we move into round number 17, Animosity has to be feeling confident about their position here in map number 1 here on Grounded. 10-6. You're only 3 rounds away from that magic number of 13. You should have this in the bag. Dynamic Gaming definitely going to be fighting uphill here for the rest of this series. Messages. Finds Tomato. He has his number. A minute 13 on the clock. Fady Poo sees that flash coming in. Gets those players on the side of Dynamic Gaming thinking about moving out. They're able to do so, but Fady Poo comes back and gets the revenge shot there on Afro. Aries finds Juice. It's only 1 player for life here. Pretzel's coming from the backstab. Picks up the M4 that was just dropped. Only 11 rounds in that magazine. He pops the reload. They know where he's at, though. Behind that armored truck. He fires some shots blindly. Doesn't connect on him. Speaking of being blind, he's now flashed, waiting for that to dissipate. It has evaporated, and he's going for some more kills. Oh my gosh, Pretzel finds Aries. It's down as 1 versus 1. If he clutches this definitely has to be going on the YouTubes for the clutch. It's a 1 versus 1. Messages versus Pretzels. Pretzels has no armor. Don't stick him in the oven, or he's going to get burnt. Messages is waiting for it. He wants to burn pretzels. He doesn't want anything. He doesn't want it coming out nice and toasted. He's able to burn them. And Animosity leads by 5, folks.
What a huge round there. Again, I love the efforts from Pretzel there with the flank. He was playing the trigger discipline. Oh, we're about to see this 3K from Ares here. This was huge as well. I mean, just the lineup. Everyone just pushing through that tight doorway. It never ends well when someone is posted up in that corner. And it's looking like Animosity are ready to seal the deal for Dynamic Gaming. Oh man, Ares takes a huge dink though as he tries to cross. That's not going to be good for him. The smoke comes out close as well. A lot of utility coming out the side. Ares spots the player in that corner there. He looks for the damage. He's able to find 2 somehow, spraying through the smoke. Bape as well is going to get 1. He gets a double. And Ares is still sitting in the smoke. Oh, and the juice is pushed in through the smoke as well. I'm not sure if they're aware he's posted up here. And Ares is going to get the full house for that round. 12-6 now. We're in a match point coming in around number 19.
This has been one crazy matchup here on ground. Animosity has been dominating essentially the entire time. Dynamic Gaming has, well, not been very dynamic here in map number. It's match point here for the Coalition. Kid Prism is the top of the scoreboard here for Dynamic Gaming, only 12 and 15 to his name. Dynamic Gaming striking first, going to open it up here with the SG on top. Oh, it's Pretzel, the Kid Prism get a kills respectively, so we can find another one on the board. As messages, looking around, see if we can find a bit of a metal. Takes a minute 30 off here on the clock. Ares popping around. The God of War here peeks around, doesn't find anybody. And now we've all slowed down. We were moving quickly. Now we're moving like a snail. Ares coming from behind. Got his knife out. Oh man, he just missed a 3K. Finds one, gives away his position. Pretzels comes back, finds him, but not able before he's able to do a little bit of damage to his team. It's one player left alive here. It's messages. And Tomatoes turns him into soup. It's 12-7. Animosity is not able to close this out just yet. Dynamic Gaming holding on for just a little while longer.
Yeah, again, just barely hanging by a thread. I mean, I'm not going to rule out the comeback, but it's going to be tough for them to pull off, especially considering their money situation right now. I mean, it's not looking the best. Again, like you can see the AKs coming out from some of these players. They're not really rocking the rifle of their choice. It looks like they're going to choose to go for A as well. Ares going for some utility dumping to try and maybe stall them out. They haven't even been able to push out yet. It looks like the smoke is going to cut them off. Ares gets a nice opening pick there, and he tries to go for the leg, but Tomatoes are ready with the trade, and Fade is posted up as well. A lot of damage coming out, but no picks. Tomato and Pretzels are both pretty low. Prism has his armor tag down as well. And it looks like the bomb's been going down for Dynamic Gaming. And Babe gets dropped as well. Critical Ops able to find one of his own, but he's going to get traded out. Now down to a 1 versus 2. Can MGS clutch this up, or will Dynamic Gaming stay alive in this game? And now a 2 versus 1. MGS making his way over towards backside. He's going to spot a player over towards Wagon, able to drop him. And O tries to go for the flick, but no, Prism is ready for him. And Dynamic Gaming have made it 8-12. One step closer to potentially doing the impossible.
The impossible might be on the menu, but it's going to be difficult not to burn. Animosity is at match point still. 12-8. Dynamic Gaming has 4 rounds to go to tie it up. 5. Hit number 13. I'll tell you what, my second grade math teacher would be really proud of me right now. Babe has pulled out the SG, showing that phenomenal camo off, and he is looking to get some close range slaughter action going with it. Speaking of slaughter action, Guard's gonna open it up, gonna get dropped by Tomato quickly after that kill. Babe is here, trying to catch these players off guard. Oh my gosh, it's Tomato coming out, pop, dropped, Deuce is going there, he gets juiced, it's Afro getting chopped, but he's not gonna get dropped. It's a 2 versus 2 now, as Afro is able to eliminate Babe, and he's not dead yet, but he is lower on HP as he was hit with that KSG. 1:07 now on the clock here for these players on each side. The bomb is rotating around here slowly towards this A site, but unannounced to them. These players are hanging basically here towards mid. One is rotating over towards A. They're getting the message. They're beginning to see the calligraphy form here on the paper, and they got the idea where they need to be. They're positioning themselves perfectly to go ahead and let the death note activate. They got everything written down as they need to. 40 seconds now is on the clock, and it might just come true here, as long as it's not a fake one, of course. 34 seconds, the bomb is being planted. They need the cash here on Dynamic Gaming. Anything helps. They need the definite win or Animosity is taking the W. Messages, looking. He's trying to find him. He's got the MG, the AUG in hand. Afro trying not to get buzzed here. Fading Blue Pines Pretzels. And it's now down to this. A 1 versus 1. He picks it up. MG. He's got the right message. He knows where he's at. He's got the geolocation. They defuse the bomb. It's 13-8. Animosity with the victory over Dynamic Gaming.
GG's to them. Dynamic Gaming couldn't pull it off in the first map. Again, the scoreline's still pretty decent amongst their team. No one was really hard carrying or anything on either side. So a good team performance overall. And we'll be getting back with the real highlight, the real MVP of this stream, the map on Village. It's going to be coming shortly. We do obviously got to give these teams a bit of time to, get prepared, get ready for it. But man, that was a great first map. 13-8 solid scoreline, and we will be getting into our second map very soon.
Which is going to be Village, which I am totally pumped for. Well played there by Animosity. A phenomenal showing by them. Dynamic Gaming just not able to pull it out. Nice little run there towards the end, but didn't have enough juice in the tank. Definitely needed to use a little bit more G Fuel to get them to energize to try to cross that line, at least tie them up at that match point mark. But alas, they didn't have it. They ran out. They didn't utilize Code Esports Mobile at checkout. They could have got 30% off their entire purchase, which means extra G Fuel. It's a win-win. Folks, map number 2 is going to be ready here shortly. We're going to go ahead and go into a brief break time, which gives the players an opportunity to come in, join the room, do the recordings, all the stuff they need to in the background to make sure everything is on the up and up and nobody is sus. It gives us casters enough time to go ahead and refuel our G Fuel shakers and gives you, the viewer, enough time to head over to gfuel.com to utilize that Code Esports Mobile at checkout. With all that being said, we'll see you at the checkout, but at the flip of this break time. Peace.
Coalition wins. Coalition. Coalition. Coalition win. Coalition wins. Coalition wins. Coalition wins. Coalition wins.
once that flashbang goes off, he's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K, he's able to pick it up, he's got one more player to get into it, right out in front of sight, and he's
Oh, any other strategy right now? Both decisions now. Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! He does it! The ninja defeat.
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, flag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
That's right, folks. G Fuel Energy for you gamers in the chat. Use code esportsmobile at checkout to get 30% off anything at gfuel.com. That's right, 30% off everything at checkout. Not 10%, not 20%, but 30%. That's 3 times 10% for those of you that failed second grade like I did. Took it twice, baby. I got everything down. I know second grade better than all of you folks do because I took it twice. Anyways, 30% off anything at gfuel.com. That's right, code esportsmobile. Utilize at checkout equals 30% off anything. And even if you failed third grade 3 times, or even if you passed it on the first time, which means you don't know as much as I do, it doesn't matter because Code Esports Mobile has you covered, and the artificial intelligence at G Fuel does the math for you. It deducts 30% off no matter what you add to your cart. That's right, no matter what you add, anything at gfuel.com with a combination of Code Esports Mobile equals 30% off anything at gfuel.com. And you know what? You don't want to be a pest. You want the pestilence camos, the skins that you need on absolutely everything. You want to be toxic? You got the pestilence, the green, the kryptonite that is to Superman. You want to be dark side? That's what you need. You need to hit the lucky spins, baby. Go into Critical Ops right now and go ahead and utilize those. You have the opportunity to win these amazing camos. Sickness, contagion, plague, infection, disease, blight, affliction. I almost said application, but you need to open the application that is Critical Ops. Get the affliction camo that goes on the frag grenade to afflict damage to all those players that are on the B bomb site. And of course, scourge them with your utility utilization. That's right, the lucky spins. Hit them now. You can find it in game at Critical Ops. Take advantage of it because they are expiring here in the next few days. Folks, speaking of expiring, we're almost done with week number 2 here of the Americas. We're coming into the last map. But before we do so, we got to take a look at the first map, the matchup between Dynamic Gaming and Animosity on the map that is Grounded before we hop into Village, baby. We're going to Village. I am pumped, but Grounded, one of the most coalition-sided, if not the most coalition-sided map in the game, was the matchup, but we saw a little bit of a flip here. Animosity absolutely dominating on the breach side, and then coming into the coalition side and giving them a good 1-2 punch to the head and taking it on the coalition side as well. Pretty much Animosity dominated the entire round. Dynamic Gaming definitely had some dynamic moments. They got up there, got the degrees just right, but they weren't able to go ahead and finish it off with a nice 13 in their column. They trailed to Animosity basically the entire game. Mantis, what did you see that really stuck out to you?
You know, just starting off, Dynamic Gaming, obviously, they didn't have the best start, right? Losing the first half isn't the best way to go. You know, they start off with the pistol. I mean, I guess considering they lost the pistol, I guess it's not the worst performance, but you definitely want to see more rounds here on the Coalition side. And on the Breach side, I think that's where they really made a mistake, because they won the pistol round, and then they lost the eco. They got a little too comfortable, a little too over-aggressive on that post-plant scenario, and they just gave up a lot of free weapons and rifles in that post plant scenario on the round after pistol on the flip. And I think that really should have been around in Anime Gaming's favor. It could have helped them tie it up, maybe put them in the lead, but instead they turn around and send the momentum in favor of Animosity. Just a very crucial round. I mean, anytime you lose a round where your opponents are eco, it's really a pain.
Yeah.
And so I think that was a very big mistake for Anime Gaming. I'm not saying they would have won just from that round, but definitely it was a round that they really needed to try and pick up.
Yeah, 100%. Dynamic Game made some crucial mistakes, which I think ultimately cost them the round, but Animosity seemed to be on top of them for the most part, even without those mistakes. They just seemed to have the slightly better shots, slightly better aim, the positioning, the team communication, to everything. Coming in here to Village, though, will be interesting. Village is kind of a complete opposite that is to Grounded. Grounded has its long-range moments, but I would definitely say for all the close-range situations you have on Grounded, Village has the long-range options, and you have the less amount of close-range situations on Village. You have the closer pathways you can walk, and of course going over there, what is that, A bomb site? This is a little closer, but for the most part, you're rocking a lot of long-range gunfights coming into this. I'm really curious to see how these teams pull out, because it's going to be a different spot for both these teams. Sniper rifles come in more to play, the KSG not as much. The SCAR will definitely be clutch, I think, coming into this, and if Dynamic Gaming is able to work on those longer range plays, catching those players off guard on Animosity, I think they can get an early lead over them. And that's definitely what you want to see here from DYG coming into map number 2. Manthus, I know we're watching some replays here from map number 1, but trying to get into some predictions for map number 3. What are you thinking?
Let's see, for Village, I mean, it's tough to make a prediction, but one thing I do know is that it's notorious for being, like, I know we've said, oh, Grounded is coalition-sided. I don't know, man, we need to see Village. I mean, that map is notorious for being super hard to attack on. I mean, you need to be so well coordinated. I like to think of Village as it's port, except it's harder to attack on. You really need to have it down as far as the chemistry and the utility, because otherwise it's so hard to take any map control at all on that map. It's just every angle and advantage is like, it's just in favor of the coalition side. And so really, I think it's going to come down to how well the teams are prepared. If they're not prepared at all for Village, they are going to get destroyed on the breach side, versus if they've planned it out, they might be able to get some rounds. But I know, like you were saying, the snipers would definitely come into play. Probably a lot of SCARs as well to help fight those longer range gunfights. I think we'll be seeing a lot of A-side action as well. That's just my prediction. A-side does seem to be a little bit easier to attack, so we'll probably see a lot of action on the A-side. Maybe some rounds on B, but definitely not as much as A.
Like the predictions, we're going to see here, we're just about to dive on into map number 2 here between Dynamic Gaming and Animosity's. Players are finishing up joining, and we're going to hop on into Village. Lots of replays. I mean, there were so many clutch moments coming into this. Animosity ended up winning, of course, but Dynamic Gaming really put up a phenomenal showing here. Here's Pretzels coming through the backstab, coming through towers, able to pick up the kill with the pistol, picks up the M4, is flashed out, is then going to go for the kill here. What is he? Picks up Ares, I believe. Yeah, there he goes. Drops Ares, and then it's going to be MGS who goes ahead and drops him. Really, overall, Dynamic Gaming did a phenomenal job. It was just in those last few moments they weren't able to pull out the wins. They had some small mess ups and whatnot. Again, like you said, yeah, the eco situation and some other things. And able to get that closed up, tightened up. I think we can have a closer round, maybe even a win going in favor of them. Ares right there at the 3K, just absolutely nuts.
Yeah, again, a lot of close rounds. It's kind of unfortunate that Dynamic Gaming ended up losing the first map. But yeah, I think that we'll be getting a lot more excitement as we head over towards Village. Again, just because we don't really get to see it so much. I know we kind of talked about it a bit before, but for everyone watching, everyone who thinks, I'm not a fan of Village, I mean, it doesn't get that much playtime in tournaments. And I know a lot of people aren't fans of the map. You all get to see it, in the pro play here. You get to see what kind of strats these teams have prepared. Maybe you can take some notes, use it in your own ranked matches, help you rank up, try and climb up that Elite Ops leaderboard, because I'm telling you, you gotta know how to play on every map if you're gonna be trying to go pro in Critical Ops. That is really something that can help you out.
About 5 more minutes before we hop on into the knife round between both these teams on the map of Village. I'm definitely excited for that. I'm curious to see as well if anybody will pull out the KSG. KSG will probably pulled out once or twice, I'd say, here on this map, rocking those closer range situations. But will anybody pull out the TRG, which is what I was going for? Both those guns end with the letter G. TRG, faster to use, got a little more mobility, but you lack the damage that the Euratio offers. But you have the long range. Could that be a weapon you see being pulled out here on this map? What do you think, Manthus?
Oh yeah, that's definitely, especially on B. Like if you don't have the money for the ratio, or maybe like you just won, and you're going for like a lighter buy, dude. I would love to see the TRG slay some people over towards B. I think it's a great weapon of choice for Village. There's so many really long aisles. If you get lucky enough to where they're gonna push you can find some nice value with it.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we see some TRG action. Would like to see a little more variety coming in. Let's see the Scar as well, which I think we'll definitely see. I'd be very surprised if we don't see any Scar action coming into map number 2. Compared to the first matchup we had versus Merciless HQ and Vortex HQ, a lot less Scar utilization in map number 1 on Grounded, but I think Village is just going to force them to pull it out. Let's take a look at the standings right now for those of you just joining here in the stream. You did miss that matchup between Merciless HQ versus Vortex, which I definitely recommend you check out. Of course, after this is over, don't go back and watch it now. Finish the live stream and then go watch the VOD. It will be, of course, uploaded here to the Critical Ops Esports channel, but Resurgent Phoenix is currently in first place position with Team Flawless right behind them. Merciless HQ at 3, and then Mayhem right there at 3 as well. So we got very, very close standings here in week number 2 as we move forward here in the next few weeks. I'm betting that is going to change just a little bit. Folks, Animosity is currently leading 1-0 here in this matchup between Dynamic Gaming. We're just a few minutes away from hopping on into map number 2. They have to do all the stuff in the background. You know how it is. If you don't know how it is, they got to do the recordings. They got to make sure everything is on the up and up. Nobody's using anything sus, as the cool kids say nowadays. As well as, of course, mixing those G Fuel shakers up to make sure they have enough energy for map number 2, which is going to be on Village. Now, Animosity won this previous map 13-8. So coming on into this, you expect Animosity to win, and that seems to be the overall community's vote on it, is that Animosity will be taking the W here in this overall matchup. I think it was 5% said it was going to be a tie, if I recall correctly, which is a little bit more than the previous matchup, which is only at 1%. 68% were in favor of Animosity taking it as Dynamic Gaming at 27, and again 5% said it was going to be a tie here. So we'll see if that 5% is going to be correct, because if they are correct, that means Village is going to be going in favor of DYG or Dynamic Gaming. Village, a newer map, one of the newer maps here to the map pool scene. Lots of long range situations that you can go ahead and dive into, as well as some close range. We didn't see this map played at all in Worlds. I definitely really wanted it. I talked about it a lot. Manthus, I know you talked about it a lot. Here's the community votes popping up here on screen, which I just referenced. Village is going to be an interesting matchup.
Not the best of votings for Dynamic Gaming, but you got to realize Village is like a wild card here. I mean, this was the pick, and the thing is though, Village was the pick of Animosity, so you got to wonder who's prepared for it more. I mean, Animosity, if they picked Village, they must have done it for a reason, because it's like pretty much unheard of, at least over here in the North American scene, as far as playing Village in a tournament. Like, it's not happening, and so they must be prepared for Village if they selected it. The question is, have Dynamic Gaming prepared as well? Because if not, this could be a pretty bad matchup here.
Yeah, it's happening today, folks. Animosity versus Dynamic Gaming on Village. We're just waiting for the final players to join up here. Mommy had a couple chores for them to do. She flicked the Wi-Fi off, said you had to take the trash out and do the dishes before it was coming back on. So players are finishing up with that. Currently, Animosity is leading the series 1-0. Now, for those of you just joining for the first time that aren't familiar with the Pro League, how this works exactly is no teams are getting eliminated just yet. We're kind of in this middle portion of the round robin, and the participation image is popping up here on screen. I'm not going to run through it. You can pause the stream if you want to read every single detail on it. But essentially, these players are playing for different amounts of points depending on if one team wins both matches each week, or if it's tied up. If you win both matches, boy, I don't know what just happened. I just went straight in, like my tongue just went numb right there. If you win both matches, you get 2 points. If you win one match each up, you tie, you get 1 point apiece, and you go into the leaderboard there. Depending on if you are tied at the end of the round robin, your round count, your overall score per each game will come into play, and that's how it's decided. You can see the format right here for the round robin stage right at the top as we move into the playoffs, and we'll move through there towards the finals, or the grand finals, that is, to see who is going to be the grand finals victor of the Americas for the Pro League. We're still here on the round robin stage, and we are just about ready to go ahead and dive on into the knife round here on Village. Manthus, are you excited? I'm excited. I think you're excited, but I have to ask you one more time.
I mean, am I excited? Come on, man. What do you think? I mean, of course I'm excited.
I'm saying
it's also,
yes.
you know, the first knife we're seeing on this map over here towards the B long side. Oh man, and look at this. Are we going to see the blender? Now, this is interesting because they can actually push from above. This might actually distract them enough. And look at that. Now they're coming in from the side. Oh no, I thought the blender wasn't going to work. But Animosity managed to pick that up.
Blender always works.
And now the question is, what side are they going to choose to start on? Before we go ahead and hop into the final map of today's stream, and the most exciting one, at least the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I love Village. It is so much fun. You want to make it even more fun? You know how you make it even more fun? By picking up G Fuel. You want the energy, you want the amazing drink you can drink, whether you're competing or whether you're just watching on stream. G Fuel is the way to go. It's how I like to watch my streams and even cast them. Code Esports Mobile at checkout is the way to go. And folks, we're underway. Let's do this.
This round is already live. It looks like B side was a side of choice. Prince able to drop one, but the backstab is going to come in from the final two players, and that bomb should be getting planted swiftly here. Tomato is going to go for the peek there. Gets a tag, not before getting dropped down to 3 HP though. But no, he's going to win the gunfight anyways. Dynamic Gaming picking up the pistol round, and that's going to be a huge start for them. I believe that's the first time they've been in the lead in their best of 2 so far. Again, we can see the stats popping up here. Dynamic Gaming have played it twice with a 50% win rate, so they've won once and lost once. Animosity, they've only played it once with a 100% win rate.
Dynamic Gaming with a quick W there. They have the cash advantage, and they're going to utilize it here. Pushing up pretty aggressively. Messages actually will strike first. KSG now on the ground in the hands of Messages. He's going to try to send that iMessage back and says, take that, RCS is how we're running. He finds Kid Prism. It's a 3 versus 4 now. MP7 is in the hands of Juice. That's not a gun you typically see pulled out much inside of Critical Ops anymore. Oh my gosh, Tomato, call him the cowboy. He's at the OK Corral. Put them all down. Giving them the little wink.
What a round by Tomato. Again, we can see this man, he's played 2 maps with a 0% win rate. Overall, not the best stats so far. Maybe this could be his time to shine. I mean, we're playing on Village. Like we were saying before, it's a wild card map. We really don't know what's going to happen. And it looks like we're seeing a bit of a split push here from these guys. Some flashes coming out over the top, and look at this. 3 players over towards the back on the side of Animosity. And they're just going to storm up B. MGS with the Scar, able to drop 1. But the trade's going to come out already, and the fake from Juice is going to be pretty effective here. Christian Gar is pushing up over towards mid, but look at this. The players are just taking the B site by storm, and they're getting that plant nice and easily now. Oh, and it's going to be Christian Gar with the backstab here. Fade is already on to backstab. I don't think this is going to be a round going in favor of Dynamic Gaming unless they can pick up some huge picks here. Afro is posted up watching that Prism, able to get a nice headshot to Ares there.
That Scar.
Oh, what a shot by Afro. No way they're going to get that kill. This is all of a sudden looking doable by Dynamic Gaming. Down to a 1 versus 1. The clock is ticking down, and Bape has to go for this defuse. Afro's posted up around this corner, and Bape is deciding if he's going to go for the swing or not. And oh, he's going to get him off. No way. Wait, does he have time for this?
I think he does. He's gonna be close. It's down to the wire, but he's able to cut it. And Animosity is able to take round number 3 out of the jaws of Dynamic Gaming.
Oh my gosh, they almost had that round, man. 2 versus 4.
Oh, look
They
at
just
Tomato
turned
here.
it around. Oh yeah, this was like a huge round
This
by
is
him.
nuts. It's like John Wayne right here on the back of a horse. 1, 2, making the 3rd with the MR96 revolver. The cowboy clutching it up, getting the cattle to the spot it needs to be in over at that bomb site. Round number 4 is underway. Dynamic Gaming leads by 1. It's 2-1, folks.
I love how much A pressure Animosity's putting, and then they keep going B. MGS able to get an early pick there, but he's getting overwhelmed right now. A lot of players pushing him, and Tomato is going to be the one to drop him. Christian Gar and Fade have already made their way up here over towards the back site, though, and they're ready for this retake. Afro's able to get a huge pick there, though. Tomato with the M4 in hand is able to drop 1, but he doesn't have enough ammo to go for the second. Christian Gar is going to clean it up with a double kill there. I'm loving the strats by Dynamic Gaming so far. I mean, they've picked up 2 rounds. It is currently about to be tied up once this bomb gets defused. But man, Dynamic Gaming, I mean, they're already off to a pretty good start. They're kind of confusing Animosity, and I'm interested to see how they're going to switch up the positioning. So far, mid has been pretty much out of the picture. We're going to get to see that last round here. The huge shot by Afro there. I still can't believe he lost this round. It was an even better shot by Bape, I think. I mean, this man had his back turned to him. He just turned around and popped his head off. Went for the tap, and then just turned around, boom. I mean, that's a huge kill right there. And now we're back into the action. Round number 5 take away. And that's the interesting thing about A side. You gotta notice they all have to use their flashes over on the A side to try and stop the fast A push, just in case it's happening. It's like the only precaution that the coalition side has to stop it, because I believe the breach side can actually get there faster. And so just like that, that's 3 flashes dropped on the side of Animosity. And now they're going for the B hit once again. Christian Guard is going to eat that flash. Nice frag for some damage, but he's getting overwhelmed. But MGS is already on the quick backstab. I don't think they're even aware there's too much happening right now. But no, Tomato's going to come in with a double kill of his own. They're back down to a 3 versus 3. But the bomb is still over towards A. And I don't think they realized it was a fake this whole time. And yeah, Tomato was able to get another kill. That should seal the deal. And Ares pulls the knife out, and Drew's going to catch him off guard and get the kill. And now Fade is the last one alive. But what a fake by Dynamic Gaming. I didn't even know that they were faking B. I was so invested in it. I'm like, oh yeah, they got B side. Wait a minute, the bomb's over on A. That fake even
got you.
faked me out. Yeah, exactly, man. And now the bomb is going down. Fade is on his way for this retake. Able to get the first pick on Tomato there. What a nice headshot. And it's looking like Dynamic Gaming. They just have to win out this round. It should be pretty easy for them if they play their cards right. Fade is looking like he's going to come in from this connector, but there is a player waiting for him here, and Prism is going to take him out. Dynamic Gaming clearly have been practicing with the strategies here.
Just the previous encounters between these teams. Through various tournaments, King of the Arena, Season 4, the World's Championship, as well as Circuit Season 4. Really, Animosity has kicked the tar out of Dynamic Gaming at every single turn. Dynamic Gaming looking to change that here. Trying to go ahead and put that current matchup 1-1 here in week number 2 of the Pro League for Season 1 of the Americas. Shots being fired, Pretzel's in a difficult spot, but he finds his salt. He drops under the wounds and grabs the headshot. Messages is dropped by Tomato, making some good old soup. And Bape now moving up with the XT in his hand. Bomb being planted by Tomato. It's a 3 versus 3 now. Body count board even for both of these teams. Tomato in a good spot. Throws a frag grenade over towards his left. Bape needs a dip, drop down to 31 HP. In a tough spot now. Bape is phenomenally placed with a good amount of HP and armor to work with.
And again, the retake is coming in, but Prism is ready for them. Down to a 3 versus 2 now. Prism finding another one, and Christian Guard's the last one alive, trying to go for that kill on the player back side, but everyone just peeking him all at once. He can't do anything. Dynamic Gaming, the 4-2 lead. I love to see, you know, the breach-sided presence for them, because, like, this map is so coalition-sided, and the fact that they're able to pull these rounds off is just amazing to me. I mean, they're already having a great start, and hopefully they can continue this momentum, because they could really use the map win here. It's looking like this time Dynamic Gaming are gonna go for maybe an A push. The bomb being left behind though. Actually, no really quick push. They're just going to play slow and see if Animosity pushes up. And look at that. Bape is on his way, but he's dropped Afro. Even though he's posted up for it, he wasn't able to find the pick. No, Animosity, they're getting hyper aggressive off of that one pick. Dynamic Gaming are yet to commit anywhere. They're just holding their ground, waiting for the pushes. Bape is going to spot one on that roof, and he's going to choose to back off. And now the question is, where does Dynamic Gaming ultimately choose to go? Still a little over a minute left on the clock. They have plenty of time to work with. Bape isn't leaving this corner quite yet. Oh, he's going to spot that player with a jiggle and chooses to back up off of that. Oh, and Chris Nagard is going to eat that flash. Still stuck over by this roof. I don't think he knows they've already pushed him from underneath. He's probably going to get surprised by this player here. And yeah, Prism has made his way there. And Pretz will find the pick on the mid player. So all of a sudden, this round could be back in Dynamic Gaming's favor. Fade is pushed up here over by these fences. Pretzel was initially holding the angle, but he's going to choose to back off, and they're going to go for the A hit here. I think Prism is currently the one who's trying to go for the lurk/fake here over towards mid. Ares is posted up over by this pole here. That flash isn't going to do anything to him because of the pole blocking him, but Fade is still here ready for the A hit, but I don't think they're going to go for it. Dynamic Gaming don't have much time on the clock. Are they going to go? Do they have time to go for this? It looks like he's trying to go for a B rotation, but only 18 seconds on the clock. He's got to gun it, and Prism really has to make sure his side is clear for him or this round is over. And now the knife is out. He is running in, and MGS is going to spot the player. He's able to get the pick onto him, and Pretzel now has to win this gunfight, but there's not enough time. He's just going to go for the bomb plan here, just try and stick it out. But no, he can't, and the player's pushing him. He's able to get the pick there, but cannot win the round. He's at least able to secure the SQ.
Round number 8. 3-4. Dynamic Gaming leading by 1. The scoreboard here. Tomato at 12-4, having a phenomenal showing so far. 3 KD, Bape 8-6, and as we move through the scoreboard, fairly even except for that bottom there. Ares at 1-6, 2-4 there for their player on the Dynamic Gaming at the bottom.
The bomb is already going out for Dynamic Gaming, and Juice tries to get a little hyper aggressive, but it doesn't work out. Tomato last one alive. He has been the MVP of this tournament so far. He's going to spot a player there, going for the jumping. Now he's pushed up around behind. I think they know he's over here. He's going to go with a nice headshot on MGS, though. I don't think he's aware. Oh, he spots the player there with a jiggle peek. Can Tomato win this out? He's going to clutch it up. No way. No. Tomato, this man is the MVP of today. I mean, he is awake right now. 17-4 to his name. I cannot believe they gave that round to him.
You all think I'm just joshing, but G Fuel, man, Cody Sports Mobile at checkout. You already know he's on it. 3-5, Dynamic Gaming leading by 2 as we move into round number 9, looking to extend that lead up to 3 here.
And I do gotta point out, that round wasn't just a 2K for Tomato, if I'm not wrong. I think that was actually an ace. He had to ace it to clutch up the round for Dynamic Gaming. He was 12-4. Made it 17-4 with a nice and easy 5K. Oh, and look at this. Dynamic Gaming. Now they're pushed up over towards mid. The players are trying to sneak in through the smoke. They're going to spot Prism reloading. Baby's able to get a kill with that shotgun. Trying to see if he can get the kill through the bars. He's able to find one there. Ares is going to drop Afro. But now the bomb has made its way onto the A site, and it should be available for the taking. MG is able to drop pretzels, but now that bomb is going down. Juice and Tomato left alive in the 2 versus 3. 2 KSGs on the side of Animosity. Should be interesting to see how they're able to potentially make this work out. Juice is currently watching the smoke. He should have every advantage for this gunfight as long as he is expecting him to push through the smoke. He's going to go for the frag as well for some chip damage onto him. And Ares takes some nice damage there. He's down to under half HP. All 3 players coming from flank. This could be huge for Juice. He's going to straighten out the lineup. Wow. What a round by Juice there. Huge 3K. I can't believe it. It's just chaotic rounds over and over again, and Animosity, they're probably starting to regret that they chose Village.
Puts him in the juicer and throws out the pulp. It's 6-3, Dynamic Gaming leading.
And here's Tomato in that 1v3 scenario. I can't believe he got that kill onto MGS. I mean, that should never happen. His back turned to him. Wow, and now the flashes are coming out. We have an A execute on our hands. All these players in the back side have got to be full flash. They can't see anything. And now they're making their way onto the site. And Juice is going to be coming in for the entry. Tomato and Prism finding picks of their own respectively as well. And the bomb is going to be going down.
Bomb has been planted.
Already down to a 4 versus 2. It's looking like this could easily be 7-3 in favor of DYG here. Fade is going to pre-fire the smoke, able to find Prism. That's a huge pick on his part. But Fade is going to get traded out instantly. MGS there, ready for the refrag though. It's down to a 2 versus 1. A much needed round for Animosity. I don't know if he's going to pull this one off though. They just have to play the clock here. Afro does get tagged down a little bit, but now he's getting swung, and both players peak at the same time. And DYG, man, 7-3. What a huge play. Oh man, we're about to see this. I need to see the replay of this, man. Just the lineup from everyone.
Insane. Round number 11 underway. We're just a couple rounds away from the flip. Currently, Dynamic Gaming is leading by 4. There's that scar pulled out. Babe has got it in hand, as well as MGS. 2 players on the side of Animosity. Oh, man. If he's able to pick that first kill, he might be able to grab 2 more. But the Tomato is going to go ahead and squash all hopes of that. Some valuable information, though. They know where they're at. Fady Poo coming from backstab. There's a player down here. Aries finds Afro, moving the body count board. Christian throws a flashbang out, but going to lose his life. Babe coming in, finds Tomato, looking for that second player. Some pre-fire action coming in. Going to pop the reload before he pops the corner here. He's looking around, firing multiple shots, but unfortunately, that player has moved out to his left, avoiding all shots coming in from him. Babe is there, doubles up, finds Pretzel, twists him up. It's Aries trying to retake this bomb site, and they're able to do so. They get the kills, and there is enough time to defuse that bomb. Incredible round from Animosity.
A huge retake by them, and I think that's something they're starting to catch on to. If they can take advantage of that flank, it's going to be really powerful. I mean, just utilizing the backstab on a huge map like this, like Dynamic Gaming, they really have to be spread thin if they're going to watch it, and usually they opt not to. If so, they might try and do it from a really far away position, just, you know, supporting their teammates. And right now, we are on our second to last round here, or I'm sorry, the last round of the half, actually. Pretzel and Babe going to be trading out already. MGS going to spot a player, but oh, what a shot by Tomato. And Pretzel's going to find another pick as well. This should easily be DYG's round as long as they play their cards right. We already see Aries on the flank. He's able to find 3. Never mind, what is going on? This man has shut down the hopes and dreams of DYG. Already down to only 1 player left. I don't think Tomato even knows he's here. Aries going to get the 4th. What a play by him. Really coming alive there in that final round of the half before we head into the flip. But still, what a great first half by Dynamic Gaming. I mean, 7 rounds on the breach side. They are set for this game, I think. Like, as long as they play their cards right, there's no way they can lose this.
They're looking good. That is definitely going to be the case. Pistol round underway. Look at Tomato, 23-7. What a hell of a showing. He is carrying his team right now. Look at Afro, 4-10 down the bottom of the scoreboard. Fady Poo, 4-11. Pretzels, the second best player, is neutral at 99.
You know, that is absolutely wild. Oh, wow.
Oh,
it was just a slaughterhouse. And you see DYG as well. They always buy those 2 frags on the pistol round, and everyone is just cluttered up in that little hallway. I mean, it was like a dream come true for them. Just everyone gets dropped by the nades and the guns. I mean, well,
manifesting
in their favor
right here. The crystals are in their pockets. They got the KSG and the M4s to work with here. Dynamic Gaming looking to extend their lead up to 4 as they move out here. Most of these players moving out kind of towards mid. I'm not sure which way they're going to be going. The bomb is slightly favoring B, or excuse me, A, but I'm thinking it's going to go towards B. Oh my gosh, there's no way he gets it. Pretzels clutches up, finishes Gar off, preventing his teammate from going down with the KSG in his hand. Aries is there finding Pretzels, drops some mustard on him. Tomato is there, Juice as well, and it's now a 1 versus 3. Make that 0 as messages goes down. Animosity trails by 4.
I do kind of want to give a shout out to Tomato, 27-7, and I know we talked about it briefly earlier, but if I'm not wrong, he is the only player in this entire tournament, or at least one of the only players in the entire tournament, who's playing on a phone, and this man is shredding these iPad players like it's nothing. I mean, 27-7, that is huge, and he's dropping some insane numbers, and on a phone. I mean, that's just something that, like, we haven't heard numbers like that on a phone player in such a long time, so I love to see that, you know, they're able to pop off. when needed. And now it's looking like A side is a side of choice for Animosity, but Juice is here and ready. He's able to drop 2 immediately. The push is still commencing, though. He's forced to back up and pop the reload, though, and go ahead and give them that sight so they can play for the retake. His teammates are all coming in from the spawn, posted up and ready. Juice trying to go for the tag. He's able to get the 3rd, maybe the 4th. I think Juice can get the ace here. The play's, yeah, it's going to be the ace from Juice. Oh my god. Wow, what a hold by him. He's just going to shut down everyone. What a round for Juice. Definitely digging the grave for Animosity right there. I mean, oh my goodness.
They're almost 6 feet deep at this point. Animosity trails by 5. Dynamic Gaming is looking like they might just take this. And I am knocking on wood as I say this. I don't want any curses from the caster position coming in. I will win the lottery. I will win the lottery. I will win the lottery.
It might be the side of choice again for Animosity here. Prism is going to be pushing up in this elbow, though, and he should have a free pick on Ares. Oh, no, he was able to secure it. Okay, there we go. Finally got the headshot. I thought he was going to whiff there. Afro is supposed to be in this corner. If they don't expect him, here could be huge, but no, he's going to get cleared. He's able to drop 1 and then get some huge damage in return, and now the A-side push is still commencing. Animosity, they're able to drop Juice as well, but Prism is posted up in this corner. The smoke is going to come out for their cross, though. Oh, and they're just going to walk up. Oh, they're stuck on each other right now. They gotta know. They gotta know. No way they don't know. Yeah, okay. MGS finally catches onto it. Oh my goodness. Pretzel over here towards the backside. He's able to drop 1. Goes for the second wall blind. Hold on. The 3rd player over there. He's able to go for that reload now. He's gonna spot him as he goes for that jiggle peek. I think Pretzel could clutch this round up. 1v3 for him. He was able to pull it off. The bomb is down in front of him. Oh, and the timing almost gets the best of him. Oh my goodness, so many whiff shots. What is happening? Pretzel is gonna clutch it. How does Dynamic Gaming keep doing this? I don't know how they're pulling off these rounds. I mean, what is going on right now? And here we go. We're gonna see the replay from Juice's ace here in the previous round. Just completely shutting them down. I cannot believe that Dynamic Gaming are pulling this off right now. I mean, it's a totally different game from their first map.
Complete inverse. Pretzels playing the support role, over 102 maps to his name, one of the most experienced players in Critical Ops, with an overall win rate of 63%. Trade going out here on top of the A site. Kid Prison coming around, doubles with the AUG as Andrew to go for 3Ks. I'm going to put up a message to put it down on the ground. Send the message coming in from behind. A bomb has been planted, and now messages popping. It looks like he's going to double up. He's not going to be able to do so. Smoke grenade, giving a little bit of cover here on his right hand side. It's Juice going to respond to the smoke grenade of his own. Here's the man Pretzels popping out of the corner. Going to have an altercation versus Fady Poof. He's not careful. He's going to be able to. I take that back. He's not going to be able to win it. Fady Poof with a quick flip. Going to drop it down on the ground. Juice juices him, and it's now down to just 1 versus 1. It's messages v Juice.
Oh, I don't think he expects this push here from Juice. And yeah, he's able to take him out. And he has plenty of time to go for that defuse. Juice has just brought DYG to match point here. The captain, the OG of the team. And now we're going to see this clutch from Pretzels here, the replay. I still cannot believe. Man, just playing around those pools. So I've seen it a lot on the A side. I mean, it's so cheeky if you could just dance around it. It makes it super easy to isolate those gunfights. I cannot believe that Pretzel actually managed to pull this one off. And then this is like the weirdest gunfight ever. Just like so many missed shots and like awkward angles before Pretzel ultimately got the pick onto him.
Shots being fired. Pretzels throws out a flash. Excuse me. It's a frag grenade. It's a little more lethal than a flash grenade. Both starting with the letter F, though. Messages finding Afro. It's a 3 versus 4. Body count Betty. Take that back. They just obliterated the body count border. Only 2 players have led now on the side of Dynamic Gaming. Juice is there finding bait, but no 2 players for 2 versus 3 now. Bomb has been planted. Juice about to move in. Turn those juicers on. He's looking to shred some of those players and dump the pulp. Kid Prism backing him up. There's one getting dropped. The body count board has been even here. 2v2. Kid Prism coming in the smoke grenade. Going to give Juice a little bit of clutch cover as he moves in. That flash bang just prevents him from fully committing there. Goes over their heads. Messages there. It's up to Kid Prism now. Excuse me, take that back. He's been dropping Juice. I got confused. It's Messages who doubles up. It's Dynamic Gaming taking the L. Animosity hangs on in there.
Then Animosity were able to pull that round off, but they're still hanging by a thread, getting some deja vu from last game. The question is, how many rounds will they pull off? Again, Tomato, he's kind of calmed down towards the second half, but still, 27-10 is huge. But his teammates have had, their moments to shine over in the second half. Not as much of a carry as he was in the first half. And look at this full eco push. They're already able to drop a gun from Fade there. And now the smoke is coming to try and cover their backstab. The bomb is going down. It was just me planning. And now we have a 5v4 retake, but the weapons are not in favor of DYG. But somehow Prism wins that gunfight on Ares. You can't give him that one. That's 2 weapons in favor of DYG. If they can win a couple more gunfights with those, that would be huge. But the smoke is really going to make it hard for them to push on the flank. Babe is going to drop 2 there as they try and push out through the smoke. And now the picks are all coming out. Just a full screen of yellow over there in the kill feed as Animosity clean up that round.
Animosity holding in here, still down by 5. It's 12-7, folks. Dynamic Gaming is still poised to take this. We are underway. Cash advantage is in favor of Team Animosity. They have been winning the rounds. This is where it starts getting interesting. If Animosity is able to take this, close it to 12-8, you're basically in a spot where Dynamic Gaming probably is going to need to take an eco, which means you're 12-9. 3 rounds separate both these teams. Then it really starts getting interesting. Round number 20 is going to be clutch here. Dynamic Gaming is able to take it. Obviously, they win. But if Animosity is able to do it, we might see a significantly closer game. And of course, as I was jabbering my jaw, though, messages, now the last player left alive. He sends the messages out to his team. He realizes he's disconnected. The SIM card has been taken out of his phone. He didn't pay his bill, and it's all up to him here in this 1 versus 3. He's breaking some armor. They know where he's at. There's a minute on the clock, plenty of time to work with, and of course, he does have the bomb in his hand. It looks like he might move around here towards this B site. It's actually he's making it seem like he might commit to A. What do you think here, Mantis? I thought he would move towards B, but he seems to be really playing this A site.
I mean, you're not wrong, and there we go. He's going to spot out Prism there. I guess he's just going to keep committing to the A site. He doesn't know that they're both here, though. At least I don't think he does. And he's going to spot Juice. He's posted up. That's going to seal the deal. Dynamic Gaming, you did it. You gave us the tie that we all wanted to see. You gave us a great showing on Village as well. I couldn't ask for anything else from that second map.
Tomato, 28-12. What an incredible showing from him. And Juice, 20-11 there for himself. Absolutely shredding Dynamic Gaming, absolutely shredding Animosity. Well played by them. DYG making it a 1 versus 1 here, or 1-1 here in the score for them in week number 2 here of Pro League Season 1 for the Americas. We've had a tie both these matchups here between Merciless HQ and Vortex HQ. Now Dynamic Gaming versus Animosity is going to end in a tie. Phenomenal showing from everybody here in the Americas Pro League here in week number 2. Grounded going in favor of Team Animosity at 13-8, and then a flip going over in Village, 13-7 in favor of Dynamic Gaming. Incredibly close, almost a mirror image of each other if Animosity is able to put another point there on the board, but Dynamic Gaming closes them out before they're able to do so.
Yeah, and technically, I guess we might take a look at it in a second here, but Dynamic Gaming had the better performance. As far as when it comes to the round balance, they had 1 better than Animosity. They're going to need that +1 for their round balance. And we should be seeing the standings here pop up on the screen right now, as well as the update after this matchup here. We can see just so far how the leaderboard is looking like, and then DYG and Animosity are 2 teams. Again, DYG should at least jump up a little bit. I mean, obviously they both will, because they'll be getting 1 point apiece each. But yeah, our standings will be popping up here in just a second, I believe. And yeah, we can see now Dynamic Gaming, they've played 2 matches. Or did they have? Yeah, they already had 1 point, and Animosity did as well. So that is just our standings after today's. So I guess if I'm not wrong, nothing actually changed as far as the positioning on the leaderboard, right? It was the exact same.
Yeah, I think after everything is calculated, you will be right, but I could
Yeah,
be
my
wrong.
no,
As I
my
had to
brain
take second grade a couple of times.
my brain was kind of waiting for someone to jump up. I'm like, oh wait, that's just it. Nobody. That's interesting. Nobody actually moved up the leaderboard. They just secured their positions. Dynamic Gaming went up from 0 to 1 points, but they're still in 7th place. They really need to try and move up if they don't want to get eliminated at the end of the Pro League.
Folks, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening or morning, depending on where you are located in the world. I am Sudden Death, and Manthus is sitting to the right of me. I'm speaking for myself here. I don't want to speak for him, but I don't know. I had an absolute fantastic time casting these matches today. Manthus, I'm assuming you did as well.
Oh yeah, I definitely did, and I couldn't have asked for a better final game. I mean, getting to watch Village for the final map, that was so exciting, and we had a really great match as well. DYG, they were clearly prepared. They had the strats. They were warmed up after that second map, and they just came and dominated, gave us a really good match. Thank you for actually picking Village and giving us a good match. That's all I could say to the teams. It's just thank you for preparing and giving us a good set of matches here today.
Yeah, really incredible showing from all of the teams today, ending in a 1-1 tie for each of the matchups between Vortex and Merciless, and of course in Animosity and Dynamic Gaming. Folks, I want to let you know there is a giveaway running. Go ahead and post your player ID from Critical Ops in the chat, and the crew here from Critical Ops, the mods in chat, will go ahead and choose some lucky winners down below. And of course, thank you to all the sponsors. Folks, you can use code Esports Mobile at checkout to secure that 30% off at checkout for a limited time here. It's still going, it's still active. That's right. You can take advantage of it right now. The stream is over. Now is the perfect time to head over to gfuel.com. All you got to type is GFUEL in your web browser, and it should autocomplete for you because Google Chrome or whatever browser is smarter than you. And once it takes it over there, all you got to do is let your taste buds decide what sounds the best for you, add it to your cart, and then the artificial intelligence takes care of it. You type in Esports Mobile at checkout. There's no math you have to do. This isn't tax season, folks. You go ahead and drop it in. You don't need to tell them exactly what you owe. They know exactly what you owe after you type that code Esports Mobile in at checkout. It deducts 30%, and you're good to go. And of course, the Pestilence set here for the lucky spins. Take advantage of it while you can. Only about 10 days left on that. You heard me right. 10 days, folks. Only 10 days, and it's gone forever. There's no guarantee this set is coming back to Critical Ops anytime in the future. So you definitely need to take advantage of it while you can. You see all the camos popping up on screen right now. Some amazing guns here. I'm a sucker for the HK, and of course, a good set of gloves is something I'm always looking for. But the disease camo has been growing on me throughout the stream there for the ratio. Again, hit your lucky spin, go into Critical Ops right now, and good luck to all of you heading over there. When's the next tournament after Pro League? Of course, stay tuned on social media for all that information. Links are in the video description down below. Follow us over there on the socials. Twitter is probably the best place to find us, as well as Discord to get notified for everything for upcoming tournaments, events, streams, etc., etc. Folks, with all that being said, that's all I got to say. Manthus, you got anything else before we go ahead and get on out of here?
Just GG's to the teams. I know I said it already, but thank you for giving us a good Village game. That's still the highlight of the stream for me. I can't believe that we got something that great. And yeah, just make sure you all are tuning in for the next upcoming matches in the next weekend, because we'll have a lot more exciting games coming up then.
Indeed. Folks, with all being said, Sudden Death and Manthus here, signing out. And we'll see you next week here in Pro League Week 3 for Season 1 for the Americas. Peace.